And we're live, back in the house, late night, doing what we do. It is the effing podcast. I am your host for the evening. I am B-Dub.
And I'm Hassan, a.k.a. Alpha Dog. Roof, roof.
It's just us two for the moment. I don't think Buddha will be coming through. Let me check the sound. Okay, we good. Yeah, Buddha ain't coming through. Kelly Jo is still on PTO. She says she's going to be with us next week. Shout out to her. Yes. Branson will be joining us later this evening. Maybe. It's been a pretty hectic week so far. Hey, there's Buddha in the chat. He's saying not tonight, which is cool.
So we're going to hold it down regardless.
Yeah, we got to hold it down. It's been a pretty long week. There's been a lot of things going on. We did have Labor Day this past week.
Yeah.
We had a good Labor Day. At least I did on the grill. I grilled from 2 p.m. all the way to about 7. So I was 5 hours on the grill, grilling lots of chicken and asparagus and watermelon hamburger. I grilled a watermelon, and that shit was banging. All the kids at the barbecue enjoyed it and requested more, so I was proud of that. But we're gonna go off on our customary shout outs. We got a shout out to 8th and Fancy for all your adult beverage needs. Make sure you check out 8th and Fancy. Get all your snacks, your drinks, all that good stuff. Shout out to Dank Drinks, the dankest of drinks. We're also going to give a shout out to the local plug. Please eat responsibly. And
shout out to Alpha
Dogs. Yeah, we always save the best for last.
That's right. Come get these dogs, man. You want Jersey style hot dogs, deep fried hot dogs, made fresh. I'm telling you, everything on the menu is bussin'. It's like that. Come get these dogs.
Yeah, come get these dogs. Okay, we're going to keep it moving and jump into the RIPs. As you know, a major RIP. This happened this week. Rich homie Quan passed away, I believe, at the age of 34.
Yeah, his birthday.
Oh, wait.
33. His
birthday
was coming up in a few more weeks.
Okay. So, yeah. And it looks like an autopsy was performed Friday on the cause of death. However, it won't be given out until further tests are completed. So it looks like he passed away in an Atlanta hospital at the age of 33 years old. People are suspecting drugs, maybe a overdose as the cause. But it looks like it happened Thursday just after 11:20 when the Atlanta police responded to a 911 call, basically saying that Rich homie Quan was passed out. First responders were called to the home. He was found unconscious on the couch by his girlfriend. And I remember Rich homie Quan from Type of Way. I like that joint. That joint, do crank in the coat.
Yeah, he had like about 5 or 6.
Yeah, he had a couple joints. He was a member of the Rich Gang, and he also produced music and had several hits in the 2010s. So, of course, with the melodic flow and everything. So, I wasn't a major Rich homie Quan fan, but I definitely remember hearing my fair share of him when I was in the club.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate, but it's also a reminder of
how life can end at a drop of a dime.
Yeah, and it's also important to remind people, these are the dangers of taking drugs. I understand that the autopsy results have not been released yet, so we don't have an official cause of what he died from, but a lot of people are suspecting drugs, and that's one of the main reasons I never had a desire to experiment when I was coming up in my young 20s and stuff. Because I remember the drug of choice about 10, 15 years ago was X.
Those who, are you talking about in like
just as the new designer drug? It was ecstasy when I was coming up.
Ecstasy, Molly, ecstasy and Molly. And now it's prescriptions, like
But I remember like a lot of people I know doing X and trying to get me to do it with them, and I just refused. I kept hearing those stories about somebody doing X and then they would die, and I was just like, nah, man. And they'd be just like, make sure you drink enough water, and I'm like, hydration is the key. Otherwise, you might overheat and die. And I'm like, that's just too much of a risk. You don't know how many times in my life I puffed a L and was already dehydrated and got cotton mouth. Imagine having to die from cotton mouth. So,
right.
Yeah, if that were the case, I'd never puff weed again. So it's very important. A lot of people out there, don't get on the drugs, man. I always tell people weed and alcohol should be enough for you. You're already putting enough shit in your body with the processed foods on top of the weed and alcohol. So,
exactly. Just keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, so that's a major death right there, and he's from Atlanta, so
very young.
Yeah, and he's 33.
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, that's something to think about because this isn't new. This has been happening in the rap game for a little bit. So there have been a lot of people. I don't remember this happening in the 90s though. Not rappers. Rappers in the 90s got hit from gunshots.
Yeah, and really though, and it wasn't that many. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I mean, I'm hearing now about a lot of rappers making noise, dying from overdoses.
Yeah. The prescription pills.
Yeah, and it's just something new to me because, like, I just don't remember hearing about rappers in the 80s and 90s or even the early 2000s. This is some new shit.
Yeah, it's
not in terms of hip hop.
Right. It's not saying that it hasn't happened, but not as
no. This has happened in other genres, rock, R&B. So it's just we didn't do that in the 80s and 90s. Niggas, the worst shit niggas did was like coke.
Right.
Coke, you laugh at crackheads. So rappers wasn't doing crack.
There was
not openly.
What was that? It was what they call them joints? They coke and weed and coke.
I know there's a name for it, but I know niggas in DC did
they
love
call them woolies.
Yeah, that's one of the names.
Yeah.
Woos.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay.
If you was out west, it was
Sherm.
Sherm, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So same shit, different region.
Right.
But yeah, you got to be careful when you're out there taking those type of drugs. They're very bad, and like I said, just keep it on weed.
I mean, outside of that, though, depending on whether you top of your game or you just a regular Joe and Mary. I mean, you got people that obviously care about you and love you. You got to find value in your life to where, if you just trying to have something to take your mind off of things. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and I'll advocate to smoke weed. Why? Because I've been smoking since January. You know when I first smoked my first blunt?
When?
January 1st, 1995.
Damn.
Yep. That's the first time I smoked my first blunt.
I was 14 years old. It'd have been 2 more years before.
Right. And I stopped smoking twice out of my whole time I ever smoked twice. I would say, if you want to do something, smoke weed. Because it will calm you down. You might be, and I'm a very intense person. You feel what I'm saying? I'm very intense. And
so weed calms them down.
Calms you down. Might get a little munchies. Might get a little horny, you know what I'm saying? Occasionally like that. But other than that, though, that's it. Those are those side effects. I love those side effects. And then if you drink, you got to moderate drinking. I ain't gonna say go out here and be dumbfied and drink, because some of y'all motherfuckers get on the road, you might kill somebody. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't.
You gotta be responsible when you drink. So you got socialize and stuff like that. But weed, though, oh yeah, all day. I advocate that, because if you smoke too goddamn much, you're going to sleep. You're gonna lay your ass down, that's for sure. But other than that, all that other shit, man, y'all gotta understand. You got people that might count on you. Just your presence alone can be impactful. You feel what I'm saying? So, y'all be safe out there and everything. Do what you do, but be safe. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. So, we're going to give a big rest in peace to rich homie Quan.
Yes.
Pray for his family. And again, hopefully people learn from this. Just to not make the same mistakes as other people have.
Right, because you had another superstar Did same thing, a couple years ago.
Who? Oh, yeah. I mean, there have been quite a few.
Quite a few of them.
Like Juice WRLD?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking about.
That's what I'm saying. This is new because we didn't have our rappers in the 90s overdose.
Right.
Nah, and this is a trifecta because last week it was Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah.
And the week before that it was Beat King. So
right.
That's three different.
And then just overall, men of color, you know what I'm saying? Men in general. Because I don't want to make it seem like that I'm just targeting. Hey, if you over the age 25, take your ass to the goddamn doctor once a year. Get your checkups. Get your teeth checked. You know what I'm saying? Because, goddamn, some of y'all out here, y'all look like y'all done went through war with your goddamn teeth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all look down there twice as older than y'all supposed to look age-wise and shit. Take care of yourself. Moderate, workout, walking. You know what I'm saying? Go see your doctor. Go see your dentist once a year. Because it ain't like you 18, 25, you just eat whatever and your metabolism eat that shit up. After you get past 25 now, them aches and pains last a while. And if your ass don't keep up and shake, goddamn, you will feel the difference.
Yeah.
But overall, the message is make sure you get your checkup. You know what I'm saying? Every year. You should have a physical and you should see the dentist twice a year.
Mine is scheduled in October.
And I got my dentist appointment coming up in my, couple weeks.
I had my dentist appointment in July.
Right.
I'm waiting on my physical in October.
You only got there one set of teeth. You know what I'm saying? You only got one set of teeth because once them bitches go, it's over. Yeah, and then like I said, your life expectancy.
Exactly. So, rest in peace, rich homie Quan, and we're going to keep it moving to a little bit more grimmer news about the 14-year-old kid who was charged with killing 4 people at his Georgia high school in, Kennesaw? No, Appalachia.
Yeah, Appalachia.
Appalachia High School in Winder, outside of Atlanta. So you had a 14-year-old boy charged with 4 counts of unaliving, accused of using a semi-automatic assault-style rifle, AR-15, to kill 2 students and 2 teachers this week. And his name was Colt Gray, and he had his first hearing Friday. He is being charged as an adult, and this is the latest mass shooting we have to deal with. So looks like they're saying they gave details on how it happened. He was in his algebra class, left the classroom, and came back.
Let him out. One of his classmates locked him out.
Yeah, and he knocked on the door for someone to open it. Students went to the door and saw something through the window and backed away. One of the classmates said they saw Gray turn, and then they heard gunshots, 10 or 15 of them at once, back to back. A school resource officer found the shooter, who surrendered at 10:26 a.m., saying that the suspect did unalive 4 people while 9 others were hurt. The Georgia Bureau of the Investigation say the suspect acted alone. So,
well, this is when I know, when I heard school shooting, I knew it was white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was.
I'm sorry. I mean, if we want to sit here and say,
well, let's not be racist. We can also include Asians.
Well, what's all right? Let's do this. We got facts on this one.
Yes.
Last 20 years, all your school mass shootings here in the United States, what was the race?
They were white, and the worst one was done by an Asian with the handgun at Virginia Tech.
Correct, but most of them is predominant. Outside that one anomaly, actually you had 2 because Carolina.
Oh boy, Carolina.
Carolina last year. So outside those 2 anomalies, when it comes to mass shooting here in the United States, it's predominantly white juveniles.
Yes.
And anytime you also hear that they've been taken alive, now I'm sorry. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Because people want to say, well, everybody don't want to talk about race. I don't give a damn what you say. Race plays a major factor in some of your major categories that goes on in this country or around the world. Let's just plain and simple. You feel what I'm saying? Because we knew if that was somebody that was of color, he'd have been dead.
Oh, of course.
Just look at some of the people that getting killed by police officers now. We just had one in Illinois. Got shot in the face, got shot in the head because of a police officer. Killed her because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? So when I heard those two incidents, I already knew. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not racist, but I just knew because I'm going off facts. Then another thing, don't you know, now you know X, right? Formerly known Twitter, right? This is supposed to be the new place where you can get all types of information, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me why you could not find, you type in that young man's name, you could not find his name or any type of information on him. But do you know what you did find, though? We had a TV station down there in Georgia. They had the nerve to use the unalive black child and put his picture up there as a shooter.
Yeah.
As a shooter. You know, that was like straight up disgusting. You know what I'm saying? For that to even happen. I don't even know whoever even put that image together, put it out there on social media, they should be fired. Straight up. Because it was disgusting, it was stupid all at once. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, on X, you couldn't fight. You had to type in other names attached to that for that young man's face and image to come up.
Yeah. So they don't know a motive yet for the shooting. That's what they're saying publicly.
Yeah, but he was investigated last year too because they
the FBI investigated him because he had threatened to possibly shoot up a middle school, and then he said he would never say such a thing in a joking manner.
Right.
According to the report filed by investigators, but they said no action was taken because of inconsistent information about the social media account.
Let's see. If something make it to the FBI, right?
Yeah.
That had been very credible. That was serious. That's why Dad got arrested too.
Yep. The father was charged. So his father, Colin Gray's father, was charged. He is the first parent of a school shooting suspect to be charged in Georgia. But it looks like the reason he was charged is with 4 counts of, or he has been charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children for knowingly allowing his son to possess a gun that authorities say was used in the shooting. So he did buy his son this assault-style rifle, AR-15 that he used in the shooting, and this was after the FBI visit. So they're pretty much under fire right now, which they should be.
See how they get a pass? Got a pass. If somebody reported it to the FBI, that had to have been very serious. That's nothing to play games with. But for some reason, this young man was able to slide through the cracks, and look what happened. A year later, 4 bodies.
So they said he struggled since he and his wife separated, and Cole was picked on in school.
Right.
So the two,
they already talking about his mental. You know.
Yeah.
They going for his defense, talking about his mental. And I'm like, how? But when
he ain't going through nothing.
Right. Exactly. If a black child did a heinous crime, you don't want to hear that. Give that kid the full max. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to a white child, we got excuses. We got reasons. We have to have an open mind.
Yeah, and it looks like during the separation, the 2 younger children moved with the wife, but Colt lived with his dad. So this shows you the father should have not had custody of this kid.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds like this was not.
And then too, why would one kid, the oldest, go with dad and 2 youngest stay with mom? Outside of them, I
think
age.
Once you're a certain age, you are allowed to choose who you get to live with. And the kid is 14, from my understanding. So maybe, when they separated, he was old enough to pick which parent to live with, and he chose his father. That's just an assumption without knowing anything. But if you're younger or 4 or 5 or something,
I mean, I don't know.
The courts decide.
I don't know. Maybe because, like I said, coming from a black mother, you know what I'm saying, you go wherever the hell she tell your ass to go. You ain't staying with. I don't give a damn that you bring your ass with me. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. So.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on with this investigation. It looks like the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is declining to release additional information due to the investigation.
Somebody turned their eye. Somebody
Yes.
turned their eye. So you know what? Since people like to play a little conspiracy theories,
Yes.
here, you know what I'm saying? Here's a conspiracy theory right here. You have an agent, right?
Yes.
Who got this information that this child is a potential school shooter, because look what he did now. And they knew. And they let this young man go out there knowing because they want him to act on their devious thoughts.
Yes.
That would be a great conspiracy theory right there, because there's no way in hell somebody sit here and call and give valid information. You got social media posts about him talking about this, and they let that child back out, and then here comes a year later, he commits that crime.
Yeah.
Whoever that agent is that did that investigation needs to be investigated. They need to have that person name out.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to know why they didn't research it a little further.
It doesn't make sense. A year later, he commits the actual crime that he was being reported for.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So we're gonna see how this develops. They are charging the kid as an adult, but he is white, should. So
he's gonna get the death. The point is whether he's gonna get life or he's gonna get the death penalty.
Well, I think he should get the death penalty.
Well, you know now when it comes to white kids, it's a different story now. Because
Yeah.
a lot of them, they looking at it like, hey, that could be my kid.
Yeah.
It's different if it's a black or brown kid. They can't identify with that.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see. We'll follow this.
Well, I'm sure this is going to be one of the many topics they are going to address next week when Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump take the stage next week in the currently only planned debate between both parties between now and November. It is going to be the first presidential debate since
between Kamala and
Trump. Yeah, it's going to be set next week. This is the first debate since Biden dropped out the race.
Vance and Waltz, I believe they have a planned debate as well.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like they are going to be having a debate.
And tell you the truth, they only got time for one any damn way, because it's about 60-something days before the election.
Yeah, we got 2 months basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the debate is going to be on Tuesday, September 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's going to be 90 minutes long with 2 commercial breaks on ABC. So it looks like that's where the time and place will be. Will the mics be muted? The microphones will be muted when it's not a candidate's turn to speak, just like the previous debate between Biden and Trump. Then the candidates will not give opening statements. Trump won a coin flip to determine the order of closing statements and podium placement. So this is kind of like football, where they flip a coin to select which side kicks first. And each closing statement will be 2 minutes long. No live audience. And it looks like Harris and Trump are not permitted to interact with their campaign staff during their commercial breaks. And as usual, Trump is throwing shots at ABC ahead of time as cover. So that's so far what we know about the debates. I'm sure I don't know what issues exactly they're going to cover, but I'm sure it's going to be the usual stuff regarding the economy, which is the main one.
Crime.
Immigration. It's going to be a major, major topic.
Yeah, I think she'll win on that.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of my disapproval of both candidates, I definitely believe in a debate. I think the muted mics are going to really harm Trump, because nobody's going to be able to step in and break his stream of conscience. He's going to actually have
I believe if they had the unmuted mics, he going what she had proposed, she's like, Kamala was like, she was cool with not having the mics muted because she know his ass is gonna keep talking.
Yeah, I know. It's because he's gonna talk over everybody.
talk over and be bolsters. But one thing for sure, he won't be able to throw no damn zingers this damn time. He can't lie like he did the last damn one. He gonna have to come with some fucking facts, and he gonna have to be disciplined. And we all know, based off what we've seen of his ass, he's not gonna be disciplined. So the one thing for sure, as long as she stay poised, and long as she come out with her points, and she shows where there's a start to a finish in her based off her agendas that she want for this country, hey, she'll be straight. Mm-hmm. And it really doesn't look good for him anyway, because look, you got even his top aides saying they gonna vote for her.
Mm-hmm. What you got? Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney, exactly. He was on Trump's administration. He said openly he's going to vote for her. So the fact that you have Republicans openly coming out saying they're going to vote for her, that tells you how this election going to turn out to be. You know what I'm saying? She has the biggest approval amongst Gen Z voters between her and Trump.
Yeah.
So, and one major thing with people not understanding that she has in her back pocket that Trump doesn't have.
What's that?
She has the Divine Nine.
Ah, yes.
And for those who doesn't know what the Divine Nine is,
it's sororities and fraternities.
Exactly. And they are the most deep-rooted grassroots organizations in and around the country.
Are they?
Yeah.
Damn, I should have joined the frat.
Exactly. You should have.
I shouldn't.
Yeah, you should have.
If you're cool with them, they do help you out without having to join.
Right. So, again, she has that as well as the Democratic grassroots and everything. So, I'm just, like I said, based off what she has proposed, what she going to do for the country, they seem viable and they can be obtainable. Now you're seeing Trump, he throwing zingers out there trying to grab people attention, like how he gonna make first the abortion thing. He was like, what's the IBF? He was like, first he was gonna say he was gonna make the government pay for it. Then he gonna say he's gonna make private insurance pay for it. Then he turned around and say, how's he gonna make child care affordable and stuff like that. It just seems like he just trying to throw out anything to grab attention away from Miss Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? So I believe as long as she maintain on her proposal, and long as she shows a vision that start to finish, you know what I'm saying, she'll be fine. And outside of, people say Trump talk about politics, saying that people fail to understand it wasn't the Biden administration the reason why we're in inflation.
Nope. Okay?
We're in inflation because of Trump, when he made all those tax breaks for the millionaires and billionaires and those companies, and when he gave out all them free checks during COVID and stuff like that, he did not have a plan to cover none of that shit.
Nope.
No backup. You feel what I'm saying? No plan to cover those bills. Because every time you give out something, anytime the government give out something, you have to have a plan to pay for that shit. Isn't this what the conservatives talk about? They are fundamentally conservative strength about the finances, and he blew that shit up. I think he had like an $8 trillion debt, son, when his one term in office. Yeah. One term. Yes. So here come Biden. He comes in, laying the groundwork out for what he did. Now, again, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and act like that I wasn't on Team Biden. I wasn't, because I said it a few months ago.
I know I wasn't.
Yeah,
I never was.
I was. I mean, like I said, I just said I'm just gonna be real about it. I don't want people to think, oh yeah, I remember you said it. Yeah, right. I'm gonna say that. But if we want to talk about policies, as far as what this country has, they did the Reconstruction bill, meaning all the roads and highways and bridges and stuff that's being replaced and built. They passed that major legislation that he had passed. Outside of that, They also had came in. We had this year, this September, we got interest rates cut. Now, we understand interest rates went up because, again, when Trump came in office, he did not, all that stuff he did not have nothing to pay for. And then he did not stay in second term to be able to answer his own shit. So because of that, This is the reason why everything fell on Biden. And then he had to revigorate the job market because all the motherfuckers that was lazy as hell that didn't want to work, you know what I'm saying? It ended up forcing them to get slowly back into the job market. Even though all COVID did was just make us more self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. So when they get the immigration, she gonna have his ass, because what people not understanding is they had a bipartisan bill to answer the immigration problems that we are facing, and it was one of the strongest bills that has been created since I've been on this damn earth. And guess who came in? Trump told all the Republicans, don't agree with it, back off from that shit. So when they come, and I know it, when they get up on that debate and they start talking about that shit gonna blow up in his face, because it was him that told the Republicans, nick the deal. Yeah. So, to be continued.
Yes, it is. But I know one thing that is also to be continued, and that's the judge delaying Trump's sentencing in the hush money case until after the November elections. And it looks like the sentencing on the felony criminal charges will be November 26th. So it looks
2 weeks after the election.
2 weeks after the election. So Trump is on his R. Kelly, I'm fighting for my life. Yeah, he's on his he fighting for his life, really. He fighting. So yeah, without that, boy, Trump might be in jail, boy, and the Secret Service got to go to jail with him, which is the worst. So it looks like
imagine that. Yeah. Former president locked up, right? He got to have Secret Service in the fucking jail. How that works? Because they got to protect them until they pass away and shit like that. Yeah. So how does that work? As the former president,
I guess you gotta, if you're Secret Service, you gotta just stay in the jail with them.
Damn. How do they gotta take shifts? I believe they had to take shifts.
Yeah, you take shifts, but
that'll be the first time in history they're gonna have Secret Service. He gonna be in Club Fed for sure. He gonna be but the fact of the matter is, damn, he gonna have Secret Service around his ass.
Niggas just sit right there in front of his cell, and they got to look over him.
He could be gangster too. They can't touch him.
They got to watch him when he's like showering and shit. Make sure. Mr. President will cover your ass. Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. So it looks like the ruling was originally going to be September 18th, but Trump's attorneys asked him to postpone the September 18th sentencing until after the November 5th elections to allow them to appeal a pending ruling involving presidential immunity. So the ruling was expected by September 16th, 2 days before what would have been the first ever sentencing of a former president on criminal charges. And as you remember, this is the 34 counts of falsifying business records in May. So, and it's related to the hush money he paid to Stormy Daniels during his 2016 presidential campaign, which, in my opinion, was a very bad investment. How you pay somebody hush money and they all talking about your shit?
I don't know. It all depends on how you look at it, because he did get in office.
Yeah.
So he was able to get some major connections out of that, and he made some money now.
Yeah, so it looks like this order has also pushed pushed back the date for his ruling on the immunity issue until November 12th, full 2 weeks before the sentencing date and after the election. So, yeah, this is really interesting, because there's never been a situation historically like this in this country where a president is not only battling getting convicted or getting charged or getting sentenced, he's also still running for president. That's wild as hell.
Right. Wow.
And the Republicans came together to support a 34-time felon.
Right. So y'all deserve to lose.
Yeah.
Y'all deserve to lose.
That's amazing to me, man. It's amazing that somebody could be this foul and still
be able to have an opportunity to win the presidency.
Yeah, but hey, foul is the word for a lot of them.
But what I tell people though, understand the historical facts on how this country was created, and I tell you, this this is come full circle. Reason why this shit is like this, because who came over here? A bunch of riffraffs, nobodies, and a few of them they was ballers, but they wasn't big ballers as the ones back at their crib and shit. So they come over here, they take a risk, they become big ass ballers. You feel what I'm saying? They become bigger ballers than the ones back at home because they come into a new land. So you had a bunch of riffraffs, con artists and everything, and kidnappers move here and built this country. Oh, killers too. I forgot that part. You know what I'm saying? That came to this country and took advantage of other nationalities that helped build this country up. You know, one in particular, but we about to get a touch on that soon. But.
Yeah, and we can just slide into the issue in California going on. The Democrats dropped the ball. Yeah. Nothing new.
Yep.
California slavery reparations bill basically unraveled last week, and California state lawmakers are blaming Governor Newsom for the stalling of the key slavery reparations bills on the final day of legislation sessions. So it looks like Democratic Senator Stephen Bradford of Inglewood backed the state's multi-year effort to repair harms from institutional racism and put together a proposal for a new state reparations agency. And this would mean the changes would mean the state would instead authorize the further study of the issue. So basically there were two bills that were drafted proposing a $6 million to California State University to study how to implement recommendations from the state's task force on reparations. So this is $6 million basically to put together a task force on how to best disperse the money in reparations. That was one of the bills. So that was one of the bills they couldn't figure out. And it
was figured out.
Oh, yeah.
It was figured out. They had it. It was ready to go. But we always got some niggas always want to be that turncoats.
Yeah.
Turncoats, because I was just saying, like, how you enter a passage in there saying you also offer reparation to illegal immigrants?
Yeah.
How does that even make sense? Because mind you, all right, people, let's get back to the word. What is reparation? Reparations is supposed to be geared towards former black family slaves, descendants from slavery, to receive payment for basically the work that they built in this country, because United States of America would not be USA, one of the most dominant countries on this planet, if it wasn't for the black bodies. Let's just call it what it is. The black bodies that built this country is the reason why the United States, the reason why that White House is built, the reason why a lot of your patents that goes on in this country that makes your life comfortable, because of black minds. Black minds. So we talking about black people that was former slaves supposed to have received 40 acres and a mule. That was the original agreement. Didn't receive that. So now, reparations. You know why people don't want to talk about reparations, especially when you hear white folks talk about it? Because the one thing they're talking about, well, I ain't had nothing to do with it. My ancestors, blah, blah, blah.
But you're in the country that was...
Exactly. And then what people not understand, that every other nationality received reparations for atrocities that happened to them. The Jews received it when the Nazis did what they did to their culture and stuff like that. The Japanese received their reparations when we was in World War II and they was in concentration camps here in the United States. The American Indians, to a degree, received some type of reparations that was geared towards them when they was wrongly moved off their lands, even down to the slave owners that owned the slaves. They received reparations for owning slaves. Like make that make sense.
Everybody got paid off of slavery but us.
Besides the black folks. So now when it comes time to play the black folks, you don't want to pay. We got all the goddamn excuses that comes about. Remember, people, your lives are the way they are because of those black bodies. Those black bodies that was hung. Those black bodies that was shot. Those black bodies that was mutilated just because of the color of their skin. See, that's the dirty historical fact that a lot of white Americans doesn't even know nothing about and don't want to talk about. That's why you have all these culture wars that goes on in these schools and everything, such as going down in Florida beginning of this year when DeSantis going out his way trying to upend black history. The one thing you cannot erase is historical facts that goes on in this country. You wonder why that this country is in division the way it is? Because you don't want to recognize the black eye that it has created. You don't want to recognize the harm that you had caused to the people who was enslaved to build this country against their own will. These people, my ancestors, was forced to do labor and was not paid properly for. These people, my ancestors, was killed just because of the color of their skin. So when we talk about reparations, all we want is what's right. That's it. Nobody didn't say you had to give total payment. Reparations can be given in a lot of ways.
No, we need cash payments.
Of course, you can do cash payments, but there's other things that can be.
Nah, just cash.
But you already know that's not going to happen.
I mean, hey, that's what we want.
I understand that because you already know that if you take the wage of a slave, an enslaved person, I think it was like 8 cents. You take that, and they did the math on this, especially when you add the interest and all that shit. You don't want that. Those type of numbers they can't talk about. You know why? Because a large portion of us would be up there or that 1% easily. So like the companies like JP Morgan, they originally made their money by selling insurance on slaves. Because remember, slaves were known as property. They wasn't people. They wasn't known as people. They wasn't treated as people. They was treated as property. And companies like JP Morgan sold insurance to the slave owners to protect their property.
Yeah, so these two bills, it looks like it looks like the main issue is they're saying Gavin Newsom's team modified the bills without the consent of the Black Caucus members, but they're also saying it looks like Stephen Bradford confirmed that there was authenticity of the draft and said it came from Newsom's administration. And it also looks like he told reporters the governor's office had cited cost pressures during a year in which the state had to trim billions from its budget. So they're thinking that the draft changes remove the bill's core purpose, which was creating a new Freedmen's Affair agency regarding reparations. So there's a lot of discord going on the Democratic side, and some people are saying this is done on purpose.
Of course,
self-sabotage.
Of course, because they don't want it. They don't want it to go through because the one thing for sure, whoever be the first state to pass reparations, you best believe there's going to be other states following that suit, and there's going to be lawsuits that come about to follow up. So that's the reason why it's self-sabotage, and all you got to do is look at follow the ones who proposed this language to be put in this bill. Follow the ones who supporting this language to be put in the bill, and them the ones that's getting paid. They're getting paid by the special interest group for it not to go through. They do not want to go through. What special interest group might be involved in this? Well, if you do some research, especially up in LA County politics, you got the most powerful, prominent Latino city councilmen and women that's up in there. They're trying to push out the black people as well as the white ones on top of that. You feel what I'm saying? The white ones is pretty much just standing back and letting everybody else do the work for them. You feel what I'm saying? So here we go. So black folks, and then now you got the few black folks that's in the Democratic Party over there. They're sitting here inserting stuff inside the bill, knowing that it's not going to pass, knowing that the people's not going to agree to. All those, the one who propose it, they're taking money. The ones that agreeing upon on it, they're taking money. And if I was you, if they're in your district, they're in your county, vote their asses out.
Yeah, so this is the main reason why voting is important locally. I would say voting locally is more important than the federal level and voting for the president, although I recommend, voting for the local officials and making sure the federal officials earn your vote.
But, like I said, the local officials turn into federal officials because a lot of your local officials do go to the federal's level, like as your representatives, your House of Representatives, as well as your senators. That is all due to local voting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can get State Bill, what is this, 1331, which is the one that was created for the new state funds for reparations, and you also had Senate Bill 1403, which would have established a state agency to oversee those efforts and determine who would be eligible. So those are the two bills that the Democrats were, pardon my French, bullshitting on. Mm-hmm. They should have sent Sugar Free in there. He would have been asking them, why you bullshitting? And
now, mind you, these are California Democratic Party.
Yeah. So, hey, it's all the same countryside.
Like I said, I'm going to say this again to all my black and brown voters. If you want your vote to be strong and powerful, detach yourself from these parties. Plain and simple. Because if you automatically a Republican, if you automatically a Democrat, they don't have to talk to you. They'll talk at you because they automatically assume that you're going to vote for them due to by affiliation.
Yes.
Now, when you become an independent, right, they got to talk to you. Because remember, when it gets to the federal level, they need a coalition of people. Even down to a local level, you still need a coalition of people to help win. Now, follow me where I'm going with this. So now, if you detach yourself from either party and you become an independent, now your voting becomes a major bargaining chip. Now you get to demand certain things that you want that will affect you, your family, your community, and surrounding areas. As a black man, my vote becomes twice as powerful than if I was a Republican or if I was a Democrat. As a black woman, your vote becomes 3 times as powerful. So if you want your voice to be heard, detach yourself from these parties. Make they asses work. Because what it is now, it's just like everybody just lazy. They want to throw a couple of zingers out there, get you all riled up. Because remember, last week I said they get paid off of division.
Exactly.
They get money off of that. So us battling each other, us going against each other, the top 1% getting paid off of that because they want that. So if you want an actual change, a positive change, become an independent voter. So now they got to talk to you. Now you get to ask questions, and they have to fucking listen.
They ain't got no choice but to listen.
Exactly. So detach yourself from these parties. Become an independent. Like I said, a black man vote, a brown man vote becomes twice as strong. A black woman vote, a brown woman vote becomes 3 times as strong. Mm-hmm. Oh, and a little side note.
Yes.
I know this off subject right quick, but remember, all those who had a problem with affirmative action, who it affect more than anything? What nationality / gender that affirmative action helped the most?
Oh, it helped white women the most.
Thank you. So all you white women who got those positions that you gotten, who got the pay raise you gotten, thanks to affirmative action. Mm-hmm. Now let's move on.
Okay. Well, yeah, we wanted to continue with the chaos because we're going to take it to Saline County, Arkansas. Chaos happened in Saline County after, and it was chaos. Chaos erupted at a Saline County Republican Committee meeting Thursday night after one man threw a punch at another man.
Hell, that shit was funny as hell.
And here's the cool part. We have the video. Let me see if I can bring this up. And
Y'all fighting each other, goddamn. That shit was funny.
You saw what goes down in Saline County, Arkansas, and it looked like a scene from the video game Punch Out.
Mike Tyson Punch Out, right? Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Either Punch Out. You could be Arcade Punch Out. It looked like the fighter with the overalls on, the one you fight in the video game, and then you knock him out and he slowly falls. That's what it reminded me of.
That shit was funny as hell. How he went down knee first.
Yo, and dude sized him up in the pink shirt.
Look, you see it. Look, I'm telling you, he looked like he got his fist like this in front.
Yeah.
That big motherfucker come like this. He just said, bing, he punched his ass right in his nose.
Yag him. Okay, so yeah, that video shows activist Jimmy Caven in a pink shirt throwing a punch at another man identified as John Newcomb.
Damn, John.
Yeah.
You got punched by pink activist. Who?
Pink activist Jimmy.
Pink activist Jimmy done knocked your ass out.
Yes, who was a member of the Saline County Republicans. So the Republican got knocked the fuck out.
Pink
shirt Jimmy.
Pink shirt Jimmy
is wrecking shop.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Yes. So it looks like Pink Shirt Jimmy claimed in a statement that the punch he threw was in the defense of a woman at the meeting as well as self-defense. He said he feared for his life. He also noted that he is not sorry for throwing the punch.
Hell no, that was a big ass dude. That dude looked between him, Pink Jimmy, and that big dude. The overall, he looked like he had a good 3 to 4 feet over, and he definitely had about a good 200 pounds over that motherfucker. Jimmy did right. Knock that big ass motherfucker out. You ain't supposed to wait till he get up on you, then grab your ass. Because once he grab your ass, it's over with.
Oh, Jimmy wasn't playing. He said, I want to make crystal clear that if anybody doesn't like or has a problem with what I did, then please pay particular attention to the following. I do not care, period.
And Jimmy said he'll knock you the fuck out, too.
Another person attending the meeting noted that they wanted to make clear the other side of the argument, which is the woman, pink shirt Jimmy said Newcomb was intimidating, bumped into another woman, and Newcomb was walking back. So it looks like...
Newcomb, you got what you fucking deserve, you bully.
Newcomb might have intimidated Pink Shirt Jimmy because of his size. No one was expecting him to throw a punch or felt it was appropriate.
Pink Shirt Jimmy, it was a 1-punch knockout on top of that. I mean, Pink Shirt Jimmy looked like he weighed about like 160, 175 max. And Newsom, that nigga looked like he about a good 350. Good 350. That was a big horse. But that big horse got chopped down. Pink Shirt Jimmy chopped that goddamn tree down, boy. That's a fact.
Yeah, so it looks like Saline County elected officials released a statement condemning the actions and calling on the Republican Party of Arkansas to remove committee's leadership and abolish the committee.
Oh, boo. Look, y'all just sitting there. Look, Newsom got his ass beat up. That's all. He was bullying some of y'all motherfuckers, but Pink Shirt Jimmy wasn't having that shit. Shout out to Pink Shirt Jimmy.
He said,
damn.
Dude who got hit said he was sucker punched in the head and continued to assault me thereafter. So he's saying he was sucker punched.
No, the fuck he wasn't.
He was not sucker punched.
No, Newsom, you came out like you was swole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he came out like,
like, look, how some of y'all was saying about my muscles last week. Yeah, you came out, that big motherfucker was swole with them. He was so goddamn big, his arms automatically was out like this. And Pink Shirt Jimmy was just like this. And that motherfucker said, bang!
Sized him up.
That shit
he got low too.
Yeah, he got low.
He sized him up. That was some boxing shit.
His nose and Newsom went down like boom, boom, boom.
I think dude has some training of some sort in boxing.
He hit that
because he sized him up like a boxer.
Right in the nose, bro. That like I said, Newsom was easily 4 Jimmys. About 3.5 of Jimmy.
And here's the cool part. He's not facing any charges currently.
Of course, that big motherfucker, then he done bumped into 2 women. He deserved to get his ass knocked out. He got knocked the fuck out by Pink Shirt Jimmy.
Pink Shirt
Jimmy. Hey, y'all, I want that trend on social media. Pink Shirt Jimmy.
Pink Shirt Jimmy,
Pink
not
Shirt
a joke.
Jimmy, goddamn.
Yeah.
Let's get that shit trending. Pink Shirt Jimmy.
Pink Shirt Jimmy.
Knock Newcom's ass out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
They get taking L's. And speaking of big motherfuckers who need to fall, Mark Robinson, once again, is in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making the rounds again. Mark is always in the news.
Mark. And guess what, Mark? You know what? You know why this shit is true? Because the nigga put his name on it. It wasn't anonymous. You know, like, I don't give credit to people that do anonymous talking and shit. But this nigga stand on 10 toes. He put his name on it. So he said, I seen you.
Yeah, so it looks like former workers at adult shops in Greensboro say Mark Robinson visited their stores up to 5 times a week in the 1990s and early 2000s. And so it looks like this is when Mark worked at Papa John's Pizza in Greensboro. Yeah, and it says, according to eyewitnesses, the pizza found its way into the private screening rooms of 2 adult video stores that operated in the Gate City. So basically, Mark Robinson would take a pizza with him into, I guess, a private screening
and he get off by eating.
Yeah, and that's his 2 favorite things: eating and porn,
and watching porn.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, this is the only time that you would hear me talk about a black woman. Okay, other than that, but did you see his wife?
Yeah, I'm seeing her.
I mean,
I get it.
Both of them. Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, but look at him though.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, you know why some of y'all see these big muscles? Because I told myself when I was in my 20s, right? I ain't never want to see when I get past 30 that I wake up in the morning and I can't look down and see my shit. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of you motherfuckers done got so damn big that you look down in the morning, you can't see your boy. Your man can't stand up and stand in attention and say, hey, what up, boy? You be like, what up? How you doing? Y'all don't even see that nigga no more. You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that this nigga, his stomach as big as his ass is, you know, you got to pick that big motherfucker up just, you know what I'm saying, just try to get it in, you know what I'm saying? Then you look at her ass. I mean, they got what's the biggest bed that you can possibly get? That's easily almost 1,000
I
pounds.
guess a California king size.
California king. I mean, her fucking.
But that's a liberal mattress.
Man, listen. I mean, I'm sorry. She ain't.
Yeah. She ain't. Well, that's why he was at Gents Video and News and I-40 Video and News up to 5 times a week.
Every day.
So that's a work week.
Every day. That nigga ain't getting no pussy. He ain't getting no pussy now.
Yeah.
That's why
he was working at Papa John's.
Yeah, that's why he was able to go to that city councilman, because this is how Mark Robinson came on the scene when he went to the city council meeting and he had his fiery speech. He was fired up because he wasn't getting no pussy. He was extremely aggressive. Because when everybody know, especially us alphas, right? You don't get no pussy on a regular basis, right? You gonna be edgy, and I don't give a fuck. A wind blowing your head. What the fuck you doing? You gonna be ready to go swing off on it. That's why I say smoke, because when you smoke and you ain't getting no pussy, right? You know what I'm saying? It calms you down, shit. So Mark ain't smoking. He ain't getting no pussy. So he going up in the damn room. He eating. He getting off by eating and watching what he could be doing, what he should be doing, what he probably did when he was back in A&T. Damn.
Yeah, so they were giving details about his
obsession.
Yeah, his obsession. So it says, according to the shop, Robinson would usually pay for 2 $8 previews each visit to Gents. If Robinson did typically stop by 5 days a week and buy 2 previews, as they claim, this means Robinson would have spent $80 per week paying for his habit and more than $150 per week in today's dollars. So that $80 is $150 in today's dollars. He was spending a good amount of money, and he was pretty much a regular customer. So
yeah, and like I said, you know it's true because the man that gave detailed information, he gave his name, first and last name. Mm-hmm. First and last name. It's not anonymous, okay? So he's standing on business. Damn, hey, you're not a perv. I ain't gonna say that. You're not a perv because, you know, ain't nothing wrong with looking at porn.
No. You know, internet.
Right.
The internet was a godsend.
Exactly. Especially X. X is where you can go.
And if he was still going to these shops in the early 2000s.
Oh, he's still doing it now.
Well, I mean,
he's still looking at it. Only difference is all he got to do is look at his phone. He's going X.
Yeah.
He ain't got to go in the shops no more. Going X. He's looking at his shit. What you eating now though?
I'm saying if he's still going there in the early 2000s, that means he was one of them old school heads that denied the internet until he couldn't.
He couldn't help it.
Yeah.
So, but now he's in office. He ain't got no choice but to be involved in the internet. So he going stir crazy on his iPad, his iPhone. He making sure he got. What the fuck you eating now, Mark Roberts? What are you eating now? You was eating Papa John pizza now. You a lieutenant governor, so you eating some. What was it? Is it shrimp? Is it shrimp? Is it lobster? What is your fetish now that you not eat at Papa John's no more? Cause you eating big, nigga. Cause I see your big fat ass boy. You saying like you done put on some more weight since you been lieutenant governor. But all I know is what your job gonna be when you don't win this damn governorship. Yeah. You going back to Papa John's? You gonna go back to them damn
he gonna have to.
Or you better make sure you stack up all your money to this lieutenant governor because you're gonna be like Trump, one hit wonder, motherfucker. Okay.
So they were saying they were giving details saying he would come in and he was funny and would often tell jokes, but
That's
they came at
real.
They came at the expense of the LGBTQ community, and they said he was very homophobic. Yeah, and I know he might have a problem with gay people, but I don't think he has a problem with lesbians. Dude. That's hilarious. Damn. So it looks like Mark Robinson's campaign responded saying his claims are bullshit and he's a freak show grifter. Yeah. Claiming Robinson only knows this guy as someone who used to go to Papa John's when Robinson worked there to get free pizza. So he's trying to say he wanted a free pizza here and there. But I guess since he denied that, this dude is coming forth and saying all this. So all this
because you didn't give up that damn pizza.
Yeah.
Your big ass. You should have gave up that motherfucking pizza being greedy.
Yeah, so it looks like Robinson approached him in November 2022 at Planet Fitness. The two hadn't seen each other in at least a decade. But took a photograph together, which they posted dude posted to social media.
Oh, that's how you know it's true. Look, he put his name on it. He give you a picture of me and this nigga. That's Planet Fitness though. Oh, you was there. See, his perverted ass was there looking at them other women. That's what he was doing. He one of them niggas that go there, right? He just do a couple of
just there to look at the women.
He just did to look at the ass and shit walk by. Yeah, you pervert. See, look. I don't want to put the narrative on you motherfuckers, but all the motherfuckers who always overly preaching about the lesbians, the LGBTQ, and all that shit, y'all niggas be coming out be the perverted motherfuckers. Okay. Real talk. Y'all always, all you motherfuckers is always talking down, always going hard on something. Y'all usually be the ones that's behind the doors doing that shit.
And it looks like dude also said Robinson, their last interaction at the video store, he bought a bootleg video from New York that was too explicit to be sold in North Carolina at the time. He said Robinson never paid him for that last video, so he brought that up in their interaction.
He giving and consider close, quote unquote, details, intimate details.
Yeah, so it looks like this is basically a total contradiction, of course, to Mark Robinson, who said in the 80s that he was saved. And so all this happened in the 90s and early 2000s. So despite him being saved, he still had time to eat pizza and watch porn.
And again, it's nothing wrong eating pizza and watch porn, but don't get up here being a Bible thumper, holier than thou.
You want to take away abortions.
My glass house is cleaner than yours, and you out here doing the most. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with looking at porn. It's nothing wrong with it. You're not cheating on your wife. You feel what I'm saying? So it's cool.
We don't. Hey,
I mean,
we don't know what the future holds.
We don't know, but as far as what's came out, I mean, hey, it's cool, but don't be out here fronting.
Yeah. Okay, so you have any other political news?
Oh, they did name who were the two people that was involved in that Arlington Cemetery fiasco Trump team.
Yeah.
And,
who were they?
What's his name?
It was I know one of them wasn't it like the campaign manager?
Yeah, one was the campaign man. Both they're in his inner circle.
Yeah, I was reading this earlier about it looks like the campaign manager.
Their names is like, I don't want to chop it up.
Okay, I'm pulling that information up. It looks like one of two staffers involved in the altercation is a deputy campaign manager for Trump's reelection bid. And the two staffers, according to a source, have knowledge of the incident. and Justin Caporal.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to chop it up.
I don't know if it's spelled Michael without the A in the middle of it, so it's like Michelle Picard, who is also a member of Trump's advanced team.
See
so
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People
then they
crashing
push
out.
people.
Yeah, people crashing out over this motherfucker.
Yes. So yeah, nothing happened. They didn't get charged, did they?
No, they didn't get charged.
Yeah, I think they paid off the people to keep it quiet. Like, yo, here's some money. Y'all shut the hell up.
I mean, they got condemned from like the army, the military. Well, the military the military sector has something to do with national the Arlington Cemetery and stuff, because again, it's by not law, but it's their customary that you cannot video record pictures any new fresh burial site of soldiers that's being laid to rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a good thing. They got called out, but it's also a bad thing because nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get into entertainment because, yeah, there's been a lot of drama. There's been mini beefs, and I'll say mini beefs because they aren't major beefs, but I guess we could start off with 50 and Dame Dash going back and forth. So there's been some back and forth between 50 and Dame since 50 called Dame out in an interview, and I think I have that clip rolled up. Let me go ahead and play.
How much money did he give you for that first deal?
I got $1 million.
Cash, after taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. I only felt that, because he said, well, there ain't no money. Like, after you get you a watch, a chain, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing. Right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 million is a lot of money.
Right.
I think I hit the lotto.
Right.
How you gonna say there's no money? Like, it was, and I just never forgot that because of how it felt.
Was that the only offer you got? Was any other labels offered you?
I met with everybody. I met with Clue, Desert Storm, all of them. It's because I wanted them to say they was doing the deal with me.
Okay, so that was the start of the beef because 50 Cent was doing the interview, basically saying about how he signed his first deal with Shady Aftermath and how he got $1 million+ for the deal. And Dame Dash tried to clown him, saying $1 million, of course, wasn't a lot of money. So 50 doing his trolling. Yeah,
He took issue with it. I mean, it's true. It's true on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
On 50 end, $1 million is a lot because shit, nigga, he come from the street. Nigga got shot 9 times. Somebody tried to kill his ass. So the fact that he survived that and he was able to get $1 million just to sign his name.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you sign your name, you get $1 million.
Yeah,
that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Now, on Dame Dash side, what he said was true.
Well, he challenged 50. What did he say?
Well, I mean, the part that he's saying that $1 million is not a lot of money. He was telling the truth because look where they live at. They live in New York, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money to live up there. They got the highest tax bracket. Them, Jersey, and California, one of the 3 major states in the United States that has the highest tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So when Dame Dash broke it down and basically said he was telling the truth. So both of them, in their own sense, it's true.
I mean, money and a lot of money is just based on your perception. Yeah, if you already got $1 million.
Yeah, he already, but he's telling, but see, this is why I say what Dane was talking about is true, because he's telling you from a point of view that he already got it, or he's in the mix, got it. He's telling you. Like, after you get that shit, after you, like he said, break out the homies, taxes, and whatever it is you buy, jewelry and shit like that, that shit gone. It's gone.
And not wanting to be upstaged, yes, Dame did challenge 50 Cent to a battle of the TV networks where shit went left. Let me go ahead and play that.
Somebody definitely sent me that truth.
50 said about me not having no money.
I want to see if you're the real deal. See if I'm the real deal. Yeah, hold on. Oh, God.
Yeah, so while discussing how much better his network is, his teeth fell out.
Look, I told y'all niggas, man. Look, you said it, man. And this nigga he been around money. And his teeth gone. Yo, you guys to go see that dentist.
Yes.
Twice a year. If you ain't seeing that dentist twice a year, hey, man, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'll be kind of funny about kissing motherfuckers. First of all, I'm very peculiar about kissing people. You know what I'm saying? I love to kiss. I'm a great kisser. I think I'm a great kisser. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very funny about kissing people. Number one, if I look in your mouth, right, and I see tartar build up, ain't no way in the hell I'm going to kiss you. You feel what I'm saying? Because all you're going to do is give me your yuckiness, gingivitis, whatever the fuck you got in your mouth, all in my mouth, especially if you don't brush your teeth on a regular basis. You feel what I'm saying? So when you brush your teeth, right? How you brush your teeth? When you brush your teeth, you supposed to brush in I'm going to give y'all
circular motion.
A circular motion. Now, the older you get, right, you supposed to go above the gun line. Pretty much along, I personally suggest get a medium soft toothbrush and go above and all along the gum line. Why you say go brush along the gum line? Because when you secrete in your mouth, right, especially as you eat, that's how your breath becomes stinking and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Certain people have halitosis. So when you brush your teeth in a circular motion, make sure you go above the gum line, all around the top, all around the bottom. See, look, you see these teeth? I got all of them. They white too, so I can tell you some shit. Also, when you fucking eat, floss.
Yes.
Because when the food get trapped in your teeth and you don't floss, that's how your breath becomes stinking. That's how the yellow tartar and all the gunk build up. And before you know it, the shit is all in your. I know you. And see, like me, I cannot. I eat steak or anything. Whoever I'm out on a date with, they better have some damn floss. Because it's been one time I literally walk off the fucking date because meat was trapped in my damn teeth. And that shit, it's nothing more annoying. You got food stuck up in your teeth and you can't get it. So you got to floss, you got to brush. And also, last but not least, make sure you brush your damn tongue.
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, very important.
So, yes, lots of people have been coming towards 50. Not just Dame Dash throwing shots. We also had Hurricane Chris throwing shots at 50 because he was upset. 50 set up a studio in Shreveport, Louisiana, paid the cops, I guess, $500,000, and claims that 50 didn't show enough love to local Louisiana artists, a.k.a. him.
Shout out to Robin. She said, hey, y'all.
Yes. Hey, Robin. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
So Hurricane Chris was throwing shots. Designer was throwing shots at 50 because Designer dissed him.
I mean, 50 was right, though, you know, but damn, did you hear the diss track, though?
Yeah, it was trash.
It was trash.
And we have the video of 50's response to everybody. Let me cue that shit.
Somebody definitely sent me that cute shit 50 said about me not having no money.
I want to see if you're the real deal. See if I'm the real deal. Yeah, hold on. Oh, God.
Niggas talking that 50 cent, I be talking 50 mil. Niggas talking that Timmy Turner, let the nigga get killed.
What Dub would say,
You throw a motherfucking concert in Louisiana and don't book no Louisiana legends and put no bankroll in no Louisiana legends pocket, but you pay the police $500,000. What type of bitch ass shit is that? Gang, I'm willing to sit down and talk and peaceful and just, you know, go have some drinks or have something to eat. Or maybe I could take you to my grandma's house and, you know, let her give you some real soul food.
The Accomplice by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Aaron Phillip Clark, available now.
And that's 50's response. He didn't have to say anything. You just show a couple clips and then advertise your new products, and that's how you handle beef.
I mean, because remember, people, when I told y'all when you got when you got over 1 million followers and shit, right? All you need is a certain amount of figure of them numbers. Like, hey, y'all, go buy this. They go buy. He made $1 million. Remember that fake beef between him and Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, that was fake?
Yeah, that was fake, man. Come on, man. Hey,
I'm not saying it wasn't.
That shit was fake. I mean,
I didn't pay much attention to it.
He came out with that shirt, that catchphrase and shit. Look, he just printed us some T-shirts and made over $1 million just by selling that shit. So, yo, when you do shit like that, he's just taking a page out of Trump. The more you talk about him, he can push out his shit. Everything. Look, you talking about he got his the new season of Ghost is out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all that
Power
shit.
and all that.
Yeah, Power, all that shit out. You know, so hey, he getting money. He just taking all this shit and turning it to where he getting bread off of it.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for 50. So that was one mini rap beef. There's another mini rap beef going on between Ice Spice and Cleo. What is it? Cleo Trapper.
Yeah, Cleo Trapper.
I've been calling her Cleopatra. I just noticed her name is Trapper instead of Patra. So, yeah, this one is funny to me because usually with female rappers, it's always beef over some petty shit. So, looks like Ice asked Cleo Trapper to tour with her. And Cleo Trapper is Ice Spice's now former best friend. Looks like they were supposed to go on tour together, but it looks like Cleo Trapper hopped on TikTok to basically put a video out saying that she was not looked after properly while on tour. She was not put into the budget, and she recalled a severe incident where she had to pay for her own salad. So that was, I guess, the major takeaway. But it seems like there was a lot of issues between Ice Spice and Cleo Trapper over a bunch of petty shit. It looks like Ice Spice basically asked her on tour.
Just to damn show her up. She playing Frenemy.
Oh, that's what it was?
Oh, yeah, because if you want the guy, one of the guys that was, I guess it was her stylist, Ice Spice stylist.
Yes.
He pretty much gave a 2-part, you know.
Yeah, I think I saw that video.
He gave a rundown basically saying, Ice Spice started this shit. She's pretty much, you know, Cleo Trapper asked like, hey, y'all want to go eat? You know what I'm saying? Didn't say anything about it. Then eventually went to go eat and didn't invite her about it. Then he bought his food, shared it with her, and gave it to her. She was bugging like, well, damn, nobody, you know, it was just seemed like she invited her on tour just to show her.
Just to clown her.
Just to show her.
So, yeah, Cleo Trapper claims that Ice Spice is using Ozempic. And Ice Spice denies it. But Cleo Trapper claims, you're not going to tell people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much fucking food, you fucking vacuum, that the server was like, where did the food go?
I believe it. I believe because if you look at her picture,
yeah, she's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, she lost her ass. She was a lot thicker. Now she look pasty like. She looked like she's a ghost.
And the only thing I can say is whoever's telling her to do this shit ain't no niggas.
Damn sure ain't.
Nah, that's these white dudes.
I'll tell you, Ice, you better stick to your roots, nigga, because you will get reminded real fast.
Yeah, so, the Cleo Trapper is mainly upset about, and really this seems like bullshit on both people's ends because you should have worked out some sort of verbal, I guess, agreement or on paper to figure out what is what. If you are a part of the budget, it should be on paper and say that. Or vice versa. If you're not on the budget, it should still be on paper to say that.
You would think your best friend is one of the hottest MCs, female rappers right now, and she's like, hey, come on tour with me. You automatically assume that's what it is. If not, she would have said something in the beginning like, hey, look, I'm going to tell you something right now. Make sure you have your own paper. She didn't say nothing.
Yeah. So these are the beefs. They're beefing over salad. And that's why I love female rap beefs, because they're petty as fuck. Now, niggas is petty as fuck, too, in these rap beefs, but they super petty.
Yeah, we got one now that's petty, but we keep on.
I've never heard of two niggas beefing on wax over chicken salad. That's amazing to me that we can get that petty.
Well, actually, we got one close now. We got one now beefing with another one because he did a fucking track with one of his ops supposedly.
Ooh.
Drake and J. Cole. You know, Drake got his team on X damn trashing J. Cole, talking about, you know, how J. Cole just did a joint with ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
And ASAP Rocky taking shots at Drake. And you know, Drake team is basically saying, you know, J. Cole turncoat. I'm gonna use your term, turncoat. And he's siding with the ops. And, you know, motherfuckers on X like, how Drake gonna be mad because he decided he want to take on the whole industry and J. Cole just want to make music and shit.
So this is stemming from ASAP Rocky and J. Cole's song, Ruby Rosary, produced by Alchemist. Oh, shit, I ain't heard this.
Exactly,
it's produced by Alchemist, and I need to hear it. So it looks like it dropped Friday. So yesterday, September 6th, Ruby Rosary featuring J. Cole is the first official collaboration between these two rappers on one track. And it looks like, what's the line? It says, cut the shit, cut the lies, word to the wise, who's in your top 5? Ha, fuck your top 5. I don't get fresh step, bitch. I'm buried alive. I heard dog talking funny like it's Family Guy. Caring for niggas like I'm Mary or Bob. Made a promise to God. Gotta strive when you marry the mob. So they think those lines are directed at Drake. And it's sad because I'm a rapper and I just read that corny as fuck. But this is my first time reading it, so I don't know how it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
I didn't even know this song existed until like 5 minutes ago.
It just dropped. It dropped yesterday. I heard it.
So, yeah, so people are saying on the Twitter feeds that ASAP threw bars at Drake.
XX.
Oh, yeah, the X feed, which sounds filthy. But, yeah, there's some people are saying these bars were aimed at Drake. Some people aren't.
Well, I mean, if you look at, like I said, Drake X team is coming at J. Cole. So, obviously, it had to be some truth to it.
Yeah. Well,
J. Cole was trending.
There are people throwing in their 2 cents saying they don't believe that it is a diss towards
Drake.
Yeah. So, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't take, because it's like right now all the dark skinned dudes getting that light skinned boy. They getting at his ass. They teaming up like Voltron. They getting at his ass. I'm like, hey, they smell blood in the waters. They going in for the kill for that nigga.
But yeah, this looks interesting. So at this point, J. Cole has no right to jump in any beef.
He don't.
And I'm saying this as a Carolina nigga.
Yeah, he told you on his platform. He ain't getting in that shit.
Well, I don't want to hear him get into any beefs anymore.
Right, he told y'all. So he stand on 10 toes. He stand on business before all this shit done went left. Because he saw it. He said, I don't want no part. He said, matter of fact, I apologize. And then, nigga, you can go ahead and take your lick back. I shouldn't even came out with that.
He apologized to you at his
damn festival. So that tells you he was standing on business. So if anybody got something to say about J. Cole, y'all can suck a okay, because he stand on business. He told y'all, I don't want no parts of that shit. So gotta respect that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna keep it moving from there to more hopelessness at Blueface releasing the new mugshot. So it looks like Blue Year's 4-year sentence in prison is underway. He was transferred from the Men's Central Jail in downtown Los Angeles to North Kern State Prison in Central California. And they got Blueface's new mugshot posted up everywhere. I don't know what the hell he did to his hair, but it's pretty fucked up.
All he gonna do is turn around and use this to his advantage. He might get some ranking in prison because he already, isn't he claiming crip? He probably get some ranking in there. He gonna come out. You feel what I'm saying? He gonna turn this into a way to make some money. And then he don't do the whole 4 years. They still got parole out there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so he probably do like a year and a half, 18 months to 2 years before he be out.
So it looks like he will be in general population in a medium custody facility, and he'll have plenty of potential jobs and classes ahead, prepping him for his life after prison. So for those that aren't aware, it also looks like why was he locked up? Oh yeah, probation violation.
Probation violation.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
And it was one in Vegas and in Cali.
Yeah. So It's really, really sad because Chrisean Rock got out too. She was locked up too. So she just got out, it looks like Friday, saying this was the real fucked up part. Their child had their first birthday last week, and both parents weren't available to be at the party because they were both locked up. And that's really fucked up.
Well, I mean, hey.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that kid.
Yeah.
But
maybe they'll get their shit together.
Yeah, so it looks like she was arrested back in June after walking into L.A. courthouse for a probation violation in the Tamar Braxton assault case. She was extradited to Oklahoma last month in a connection to a drug case. They were accusing Chrisean of being in possession of controlled dangerous substances with intent to distribute and failure to have a tax stamp affixed on the drugs, and she faced up to 8 years in prison. So, yeah, those are a couple that need to get it together. That is really jacked up. I was really disappointed to hear about both of them being locked up for the child's first birthday. Yeah, but
What's about to happen?
Yeah, but we're gonna get into some much, much better, happier news. I don't know if this is happier for anybody, but Selena Gomez is now a billionaire.
Word.
Yeah, so it looks like singer, actor, and entrepreneur Selena Gomez reached billionaire status yesterday, it says. Yeah, so she's Disney Channel, built her music career in the 2010s, but it looks like a majority of her empire is from makeup. So, yeah, she
just took her childhood stardom and just formed a makeup company, and a lot of her fan base grew up with her.
Yeah, so it looks like 81% of her wealth has been amassed through her work with Rare Beauty, which is her makeup line, with sales last year reaching 70 million, and her flagship product being a $23 liquid brush. So it looks like ugly women are keeping Selena Gomez in business, and that's good because Rihanna is also a billionaire too off of makeup. So ugly women are creating generational wealth all across the world. That's a plus. Man, that's crazy because she's only 32.
Yeah, she's young now. She got some bread now.
I'd be terrified to date a billionaire like that.
Why?
Because everybody want her.
So what? Then guess what? You know what I do?
Yes.
You know what I do when I take out a beautiful woman, right? And I see that everybody, because number one, you know she fine. That's why you with her.
Yeah.
You know you're going to get looked. That's
what
why
if I like her for her mind?
That's still fine.
Or her ass.
It don't matter. Whatever you like her for, right?
Yes.
The fact that she's next to you and you know you go out, you know all eyes going to be on you. You feel what I'm saying? So I got two rules, right?
Yes.
My two rules is when I go out with a beautiful woman, right? You can look but don't touch.
Yeah, of course.
And you also, as long as you're not being disrespectful or making her uncomfortable, you're good. Because when you violate any one of those, then you got action. So when I see guys gogging at who I'm with, that makes me feel good. Because you know what's gonna happen when we leave from this motherfucker? I'm gonna get that action. And she was like, God damn, we get that action. She don't even know. I was looking at all the men and some women that was looking at you, and it's like reminding me that I got me a bad, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna tear that ass up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's me. I love it. Remind me what I got.
Yeah. So congratulations to Selena Gomez.
Yes, congratulations.
So that just means 19% of her total empire is from television, movies, and film,
which is good. She got.
I mean, that's amazing, but damn, that lets you know how little it impact. Like, damn, that's a lot of money for makeup.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. So shout out to Selena Gomez, but I wanted to discuss new music of the day because LL Cool J dropped the Force album. Branson, have you got a chance to listen to it? Okay. My thoughts, because Hassan told me he has not listened to the album.
I only heard one song off of it.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say this, because LL Cool J's album, I originally was expecting, once I heard Q-Tip was producing the whole thing, I was expecting really, really dope production and borderline lackluster lyrics from LL, just because I've just been not checking for LL the past decade. The last LL album I remember bumping was Mr. Smith. And so I went into this expecting to hear some really good production and really average. I ain't going to say whack, but I thought LL was going to be rapping about eating ass with vanilla ice cream again. But to my surprise, LL was on that shit spitting.
Really?
LL was dropping bars, man. I was not expecting that lyrical effort. But Q-Tip's beats, to me, they just wasn't. It's not that they were bad, but it's just, to me, it just didn't match.
Outdated?
It didn't match LL. Okay, we talking now? Let me turn your mic on.
I mean, the album is definitely dope, you know, and it goes to reinforce that LL is one of the best rhymers of all time. Like, he really is one of the best. He might be the GOAT. Like, as much as people, LL really might be the GOAT.
LL be the GOAT? Well, he is the one who created the term
He
GOAT.
coined it, and I mean, like, LL, when LL was at the top of the game, LL was really that dude. Like,
I mean, LL has always been nice. It's just what? I wouldn't put him above Jay. I wouldn't put him above
he's
Nas.
Yeah, exactly.
I put him in the same. Like, they're all in the same tier. They're tier. He's tier one. LL is tier one.
I'm gonna tell you why,
what?
because I'm gonna tell you why, because he veered off early in his rap career into movies and shows and stuff.
Yeah, he was one of the first rapper actors.
Nevertheless, his catalog has him tier one.
I mean, he has a consistent.
And before you
if you put his
Jingling Baby, Booming System,
something
he's
like a
got
phenomenon.
so many hits.
Yeah, he do.
Don't play my boy. He's a tier one.
Nobody playing him, but we just saying we cannot put him above Jay. You cannot even put him above Nas.
But he's on the same tier as them.
You can't even put him above Busta Rhymes.
He is on the same tier as them. Yes, he is.
He's only there because he is a first
and
pioneer.
on top of that, this man is the one who came up with the ballad rap.
Yeah, he is the first.
So you know he's tier one, and it's not even debatable.
It is debatable.
Nah, it's not debatable.
It is debatable.
His albums, his hit singles.
I lost count. Like,
he's got a good bit of albums. His hit singles, he definitely has those. And then, like you said, how many? Who?
How many would you play? How many LL albums have replay value?
Matter of fact, how many LL albums would
That's
you
where
listen from beginning to end? I can't even recall. I can now. You can name.
Does he have a classic album?
No. In my opinion, he don't.
Walk with the Panther, possibly.
Walking with a Panther.
What? No.
That album was
he
dope
don't
to me.
have a classic album. He don't, because all his hits has been spread out over all his albums.
I mean, he has a killer discography. The greatest hits album is going to be fucking ridiculous.
You're right. You're right.
Now,
but he don't have a classic album. He doesn't have a classic album though.
But he has enough hits to give him tier one.
And again,
like
this is where the different tier. He's like, all right, so Jay and Nas and Busta be tier A. He be like. They be 1A.
Nah, he right
B.
there with them.
He
He all 1A too.
We just asked, do he have any classic albums? No, he don't. Can we say, do Jay got a classic album? Yes.
Jay has more than one.
No, I'm about to get there. Can we say Jay has more than 2 classic albums? Yes. Can we say Jay has more than 5 classic albums?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
But his influence. What I'm saying is his influences on the culture is huge.
I'm not questioning
all of this goes
I'm not in question.
All of this goes
Curtis
into
Blow had an influence on it. Where is he in your top?
His discography.
Motherfucking Kumo D had influence on
his discography. Like you said, his discography is probably top 10.
Now, if you go
hip hop all time,
if you're going
that's
route,
tier
fine.
1A.
What I'm saying is, if we're talking about, I'm specifically narrowing it down.
Mm-hmm.
Do he has a classic album?
Even without the classic album, he's still tier 1A.
Hold on though, but everybody that we name, they have more than one classic album.
Okay, but Nas doesn't have. You're screaming Nas, but he doesn't have the same effect that LL does. Like,
are you serious?
I'm dead.
Well, I mean, LL has more club joints.
Yeah. LL, you can't compare Nas to LL. There's no way. LL has so many.
Number one, they're not the same type of MCs. That's number one. So you're right. You can't compare the two. They're not the same type of MCs. LL music is pretty much geared to women. Nas music is geared to the streets. You cannot deny Nas storytelling. You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't knock Nas storytelling.
They are two different MCs.
But you cannot be like, well, he's a tier B. No, he's a tier A rapper. He is. His discography says that.
I separated.
Because he doesn't have a classic album.
So what GOAT don't have a classic album? What GOAT don't? What if you gonna name somebody the GOAT? They had to be the best at what the fuck they do. Meaning they got, like, if we say, well, like when we say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, right? Why we call him the GOAT? Because the nigga got 6 rings. He won 2, 3 peaks. You feel what I'm saying? Something that nobody has done, and he's undefeated in the fucking damn in the playoffs. So you can't. That's the GOAT status.
So you're saying winning. So are you talking about winning awards? Because I know LL has more awards than Nas.
No. What I said was, despite LL, all his success, all his hits that he has,
14 albums.
Exactly. Out of all 14 albums, do he have one classic? No, he don't.
But his discography is better than probably 95% of hip hop artists.
I just sat here and said to separate. If we're gonna put him in GOAT status, right? Now, this is GOAT status for MCs. Do they have a classic album? Yes. Do they have more than 2 classic albums? Yes. Do they have more than 3 classic albums? Yes.
Okay.
So with that being said, that's GOAT status.
So this is my thing then, because everybody likes to say, I'm gonna use Jada.
He's a GOAT.
No, he's not.
Why
by what the criteria you gave him, he ain't got one classic album.
How many albums he got?
It don't matter.
Like
he don't. He got 2. You really disrespect.
How many solo albums?
Jadakiss probably got 4 or 5.
Okay,
out of those 5, he don't have.
Album.
No.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
I don't think
he doesn't. He doesn't. But
nobody calls Jada the GOAT.
You're screaming him a GOAT.
But I ain't calling him a GOAT. You calling him a GOAT.
You did.
I didn't mention Jada.
When we run this back, and you're saying Jadakiss is a GOAT.
I did not mention
And then I'm like, well, he ain't got the classic album.
No, I said Jay. I said Nas. And I said I can even throw in Busta Rhymes. That's what I said.
What's Buster's classic?
What?
I answer the question.
I would say when Disaster Strikes.
What's the name of it?
The first one he dropped.
What is it?
What's the name of the first
one?
I said the first one, nigga. Shit.
I personally like When Disaster Strikes.
Disaster Strikes is dope.
The point
that's a dope album.
You proving my point. The question I asked you was, do LL have a classic album? Out of all 14 albums that he has, does he have one classic album? No. Does he have 2 classic?
But on my GOAT list, LL is number 5.
Say what?
On my GOAT list, the greatest of all time, LL is number 5.
6 albums.
Yes.
Okay, so.
And his first one was his best.
I said that.
What was that? Kiss of Death?
Who that?
Jada's first album.
I said that. But I didn't mention.
But that wasn't a classic.
You asked the question, could Jada be on GOAT status? I said I could, because that nigga bar for bar, he murdering anybody.
But he don't have the classic album.
He got one, in my opinion.
It's not classic.
Okay, well, you proved my point. LL isn't a GOAT. As far as MCs, as far as if you put him in, he's 1B. If you put him amongst Nas, Jay-Z, and Busta Rhymes, that's 1A. He doesn't have a classic album.
I wouldn't put Busta on the same level as Jay and Nas.
Why not?
Because he's not lyrically the same of he's not lyrically the same type of artist that Nas and Jay are.
Busta don't do introspective rhymes.
Okay. In my opinion, he brings in a different style.
Yeah,
he brings
style is unique.
Right, the style is unique, and based off his uniqueness and how diverse he has been with uniqueness, that's why me personally, I put him up there, because what?
But
Nas,
Busta no. Okay.
Go ahead. Nas,
I was just
Nas. He's like street storytelling.
Yeah.
Okay. Busta is when we talking about would Busta consider as a pop artist in there? I said he didn't have that pop artist status, even though his music did, because his music did cross over. I ain't even gonna stand on that. His music did cross over. So with that being said, that's the reason why his diversity based off his type of style in the hip hop, that's the reason why I have him there. And he does have more than one classic albums.
I don't think so.
He does. He got one. He got one.
Well, in regards to this current album, I was just a little disappointed.
Out of 5, give it rated.
I would give it 3 out of 5.
I'll give it the same.
Yeah, because I was expecting better production for Q-Tip. It just didn't fit LL. That's in my opinion. The beats weren't bad. I think they would have been better for another artist, but it's jacked up because LL lyrically was like, that's the best part of the album in my opinion, was LL's lyrics, because he was spitting. He was spitting bars. Yeah, but I think they should have been more commercially viable tracks, or I think it was a little too experimental in my opinion, and I don't know whose fault that is. I don't know if Q-Tip gave him those beats and said make it work, or if LL heard these beats specifically
and said I want to use those.
I want those ones. I don't know who's responsible for the picking.
I like hit making L. Like I think that's like the thing with Drake. I like hit making Drake.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And so when LL's going lyrical, kind of changes it up a little bit. Like you say, I
still like it.
I love the album, but like you say, wasn't expecting it. Kind of hit me with a curve.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was shocking because, like I said, I was expecting the production to be good and the raps to be average, but it turned out the production was average and the raps were really good. But it's still an album worth listening to. I doubt it'll make it into my rotation. But you know, I'll tell people.
How long do albums last in your rotation? Because
very
when
rarely.
I think about you already have a set playlist, like songs you just love to hear. You don't have a set playlist?
I keep them in. I keep my playlist rotating about every 2 to 3 months. So yeah, I always add new songs based on what I hear. I know there ain't been no new Griselda. I think Griselda's lost their magic. Did you hear the new shit Conway dropped with There's a bunch of people.
Last thing I heard was Benny and Fab, but I think they're going to drop a group album. I think that's
that's their last hope because they've ran out of juice.
Well,
right
now I think Benny is the dopest rapper out right now.
But I'm not talking about bars. I'm talking about projects because that Summertime Butch. I don't play it.
That was more of a Black Soprano Family. I believe that was more of a Black Soprano Family.
I don't know what it was, but it says Summertime Butch. How is it a Soprano family and his name is Summertime Butch?
Because he's the one who is most recognized out the group. Because everybody's on the project. Fuego Bass, Heem, my boy Ricky. They're all on the project. So to me, it's more like a BSF project.
Okay. So the album that came out this week it's Ransom, Conway the Machine, and V Don. Chaos is My Ladder too. That's the name of the album. I heard a couple tracks earlier today. It was alright. You know, again, none of it's gonna get into my rotation. I can't say it's whack because Conway was spitting.
Ransom be spitting too.
Yeah, Ransom was spitting on the project too.
He kind of don't get the props he deserved. But I like Ransom. I do like Ransom.
Yeah, Ransom's cool, but I just think Griselda's lost their magic. Whatever their magic was, all their projects.
I think it's because they've all just branched out to do their own thing. You know,
but even the own thing is whack. That's what I'm saying.
I believe when they come back together and do the in-house productions where we just want Alchemist, Derringer, we just want and Conductor. Those are the only three we want making beats for you on this album.
Well, they need to do that because they've been slipping on these albums. I ain't been excited about none of them.
We have to mention this right quick.
What's up?
Robin, Kiss to Death. That right there. That was the second album. Kiss
of Death was the second. Oh, Kiss the Game Goodbye was.
Yeah, that's what
It's not a classic. It was his album.
I mean, they got some
albums.
You know, my favorite Jada Kiss song is that Wouldn't Get Far joint. By Your Side. By Your Side. That's it. It's the same sample.
And I love Jadakiss. That's why it kind of hurts when I talk down on Jadakiss, because when he first came out, there was nobody that was as dope as Jada. When he first came out, he was killing mix CDs, everything he was on, Jada killed. And that's why it kind of hurts me when I be like, but he ain't got no classic albums.
It's just the fact
that's
of the matter.
what bothers me about him. Bars,
he have a dope ass greatest hits album.
Yeah, he will.
But songs, no.
Like, you're taking more Lock songs than Jadakiss songs.
See, the thing about Jada is he's good for a hot 16. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the feature.
That's what I'm saying. That's his best.
He's the best hot 16.
He can't do 3 hot 16s in one song, so he just gives you one really good hot 16. What? A 3-verse Jada song. I'm not saying they all trash.
I'm not saying it, but it's just By Your Side. Like, okay, so Jada's biggest hit was I'm going to go out on a limb and say why. No, I'm gonna say why.
Shit.
Yeah.
Why? I think why might have been. We gonna make it possibly, and but why is strictly Jada. Yeah. We gonna make it as Styles and Jada.
Was it?
Yeah, we gonna make it Styles and Jada.
Shit, Go Ahead was tough, boy.
Yeah.
What?
But to me, why is his biggest hit?
Of course, yeah, because that was him, and that was the first time him.
Yeah.
Outside the locks.
Yeah. So that's pretty dope. Okay. Well, let's keep it moving.
No disrespect, Jada, because I love you, but you just ain't got no classic album. The bars are there, though.
Yeah, you in my top 10.
The bars are there.
Yeah, Jada's dope. I'm not mad at anybody liking him, but
no, you can't be mad. Like I said, when he first came out, there was nobody touching Jada.
Exactly. Okay, so now we get into sports. Okay, there's been a lot of sports this week. This nigga over here.
Where are we going to start at? First of all,
wait. Let's do
No. We'll say that last because I want to start first with Caitlin Clark and Angel.
Okay,
we'll start there.
AR hurt. She out for the season. She gone for the season. So all you CC fans,
wrist injury.
She got the Rookie of the Year wrapped up. And all right, because Angel Reese.
All right,
I won't go that far.
Yeah,
well, I mean, Caitlin still could have won it with Angel being there.
I don't want to go that far.
Look, Caitlin is on the verge of being in MVP talks. Like, I'm not going to go. Like, and I love
not
Angel
fucking
Reese.
with
No, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't say she was going. See, y'all missed what I said.
You talk about MVP
I said
talk, nigga.
We know that Asia's going to win it.
She ain't nowhere near that. She's not even smelling
being
MVP
in the
talk.
Conversation. She's going to be in that conversation.
When?
I'm telling you.
When?
This year, she's had a great season.
Is she better than them 2 women on New York?
Aniscu and
I'm going to put
Brianna Stewart.
No, yeah, Brianna Stewart. Yeah,
I'm gonna go this far and say that she is right now, disagree or not, top 10 in WNBA. She is.
Well, ain't that many to compete with.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
WNBA's this. I believe she 10.
I could probably name 10 that's better than her.
But nevertheless, we ain't gonna get into that.
No,
like we said,
give it to
Angel
me.
Reese.
No. I could probably name 10 women better than
Caitlin
Clark
did her thing this year. So did Angel. Both of the girls did their thing.
They're rookies.
I'm gonna say this because I had a lot of supposedly quote unquote weak ass clapbacks last week. That big man with the muscles, he racist. Yo, let me tell y'all non-listeners what I've always been praising Caitlin Clark on her success of what she has been done up until this point. The problem I've had with you bandwagoners is the fact y'all just now joining the show. What we've been looking at, some of us true fans been looking at for the last quarter century. How old is Kate? Like what, 21, 22? Yeah. So the lead is longer than her ass alive. Mm-hmm. So the fact of the matter is, You know, she's a great star. She's a up and coming star. I'm not gonna say she's great. She's not great yet. She's a up and coming. She ain't great, nigga. Again, if she's so great, why she 0-2 in the national championship?
Yeah. Huh? Let me
if
run.
So
see,
great,
you throw that you run to this like hold on, stop. Time out. So let's have this conversation about have this conversation about the national championship. I'm glad you went there because boom.
That's the only reason why we started talking
She lost to two pretty much blue blood schools. Did she not? Who did she lose to?
She lost to LSU.
Okay.
And South Carolina.
Okay, boom. Blue blood schools. I'm a girls Gamecock fan.
Yeah, I know.
We bring in that type of talent.
That's what Asia
now you look at Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
They got scholarships to give, but what kind of talent are they bringing in?
That's why I say that's what made her that's what made it more easy for her to be marketable and because we got the great white hope out of middle country USA, Iowa, cornfield, Iowa, shooting logo threes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody that's her color is gravitating to her because a lot of these so-called Caitlin Clark fans didn't give a fuck about women basketball. Period.
And that's cool.
Period.
Now they do.
No, you're right. You're right. It is. But what I'm trying to say to these clowns is stop talking because you didn't even appreciate her when she was coming up through college. You only started looking at her when Angel Reese was doing all this. You feel what I'm saying? When she got taunted for doing the same shit.
Oh no, we've been talking about Cece here for since she was right. We've been talking about Cece for a while.
Why did Cece came to the forefront? They wasn't even talking about her this much when she was breaking records. Yeah. It got once it became racial, once it became the main figure where people always trying to say, oh, why you gotta make it racial? Why you gotta make it racial? What made it entertaining? It was a white woman going against a black woman. And they were both taunting each other until the black woman got the best of it. And when that happened, that's when they started then calling Angel Reese out her name, blah, blah, blah. Then the next year, she gets revenge. She beats Angel Reese, right? She beats Angel Reese.
I mean, I think it's dope that she came out of Iowa and actually brought them that far. There's no way.
I'm not. See, this is what everybody keep failing missing. Nobody's taking credit. Nobody's taking away from her success for being an all.
But you're saying she's 0-2, and I'm like,
yeah, she is. But
that's not fair because she's playing with Iowa.
Outside her game, she's a 0-2 national championship loser. She is. We don't talk about.
What about the game she won though? Because she had to win a bunch of games to get to the national championship.
Mm-hmm. Do we talk about the 49ers after they lose to the fucking Kansas City Chiefs?
Nope.
No, we talk about the people that win. Her notoriety.
So we don't talk about Brock Purdy. They don't talk about Brock Purdy.
Where the fuck did we?
They talk about Dak Prescott all the
lose
time.
A national championship and she gets more coverage than the actual championship team that whooped her ass.
They talk about Dak all the time. He don't ever win, but you don't say nothing about that.
Since you want to go there, let's go there. You know why they talk about Dak? Because of that star, nigga. You know why they talk about Dak? Because the Dallas Cowboys is the most expensive team in all of sports. That's why they talk about Dak.
But they're losers.
Losing?
You did all that
How the fuck they losing? And they win. They got 12-game season. That's not losing. That's not losing.
Did they get any chips? You just said she was a loser because she didn't win the whole thing.
Why are you even talking when we bust y'all ass? Why are you even talking when y'all niggas start off 10-1 and y'all lose y'all next 6 or 7 games?
The question was not winning the whole thing. So you're a loser.
First of all, you the one going off track. I just said we're talking about Caitlin Clark. Why is outside her game? Listen, man, nobody was talking. They was talking about her breaking records, but they was not talking about her at the magnitude that they are.
But does her game deserve to be talked about?
Yes, that's it. That's it. But you sitting here saying that she's the savior of the league. She's the reason why that fans is turning in to looking at the league. Her fans, yes. Her fans, yes, the game been growing. And then I saw some of the comments talking about, oh, the NBA was losing money, losing money as a way of helping women's league. Who the fuck builds a business model and lose money? Nobody builds a business model to lose money. Now, has other corporations that comes in and invest more money in now than before? Yes, it have. Why is that? Outside of Caitlin Clark and her game, is because, like you said last week, how the interest of the national women's sports national championship game the past 2 years. We are seeing outside of Caitlin Clark, as well as Caitlin Clark, we are seeing other dynamic women that has skills that's above just dribble, pass, shoot. They got outstanding skills. They got ball handling skills, all that shit. So the game from the national level, college is coming to the NBA, WNBA, which the WNBA has always have skilled women. That's why they undefeated as it is in world championship. Let that sit in your ear. World champions.
Yeah, but I don't think the women's basketball game is as popular as the men's game was. That's where
it will never be.
I don't know, because now I think it is going to evolve. Like, I think it is going to evolve like it is now. Women's game will never be
as popular as men. Let's just call it like it is.
That's true.
That will never be that.
Possibly, but the evolvement is going to happen now, though.
Yeah, but the point that you want to establish is, will the game translate to where you can gravitate, even people who don't look at it, they will look at it. Yes, they will, because, again, the women's skills has elevated from swoops and them.
So when did you say the NBA game evolved? Probably...
What, the 80s?
Yeah,
okay, so now I'm saying that the WNBA game is now about to evolve now.
Yeah,
it's getting ready to be.
It has evolved within the last... Inescu's, how long she been in the league? About
2, 3 maybe?
2. Yeah. Kobe been passed. She came in the league right when the year Kobe passed, about...
So we're looking at the evolvement.
The evolvement of women's sports
of women's
is the reason
basketball.
why it's fascinating has happened. And this is what I'm trying to tell the CC fans is CC is a part of this wave. Can't take nothing from her. But she isn't the savior. The women's game has been involved in the last 3 years because, like I said, we had Sabrina Ionescu's every year. All-Star break. Who's challenging Steph Curry for the threes? She is. So now, guess what? Marketing value. You're going to see Ionescu's as well as Caitlin Clark battling down on Steph Curry. That's what you're going to see now. But Ionescu's has been doing that for at least 3 All-Stars. So before you Caitlin Clark fans start bumping y'all gums, there's been skilled white women that's out there busting her ass. And they doing her thing. Again, CC got game. She deserved her props. But stop saying she's a savior of the fucking sport. She isn't. She's part of it.
She is going to be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, she going to win Rookie of the Year because AR is out. AR
Angel
gone.
Reese,
she lost for the year.
She lost.
Playoffs are going to be interesting.
Yeah, playoffs going to be
interesting.
interesting.
The Sky ain't getting in, are they?
They got the AFC. Chicago.
Haven't they lost?
Yeah, they got the AFC as of right now.
Oh, I didn't even think they were going to stand it.
Yeah, they fighting for the last playoff spot.
Well, it looks like, Angel Reese is out for the season with a wrist injury. Suffered Friday against the Los Angeles Sparks, so that was yesterday. Her rookie year ends. How many games left did she have?
It's only about a handful of them. It's not under 10.
Well, but I mean, congratulations to her. She had a great rookie year.
26
she had
double-doubles.
Rookie double-double.
Second most in a season in WNBA history.
Definitely give her flowers.
So like I said, both of these women has helped both of these women and the dynamics that came from the college sport
have helped transcend
and helps and spill over into the WNBA to where we have AR fans as well as CC fans that's here. But the one thing we must keep in mind that, keep the politics out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's sad it had to end like this, though.
These young ladies deserve their props. These young ladies is the reason why we're talking about the WNBA. But I just want to remind people, CC is part of the process. She isn't the reason why the WNBA is where it is. She's part of it.
It's sad. It's sad it ended like this.
Speaking of which, Angel Reese did debut her new podcast.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
Unapologetic unapologetically Angel on Thursday, and she was discussing how Caitlin Clark fans have been racist towards her.
Which they have.
Yeah,
of course.
Says fans have been directing death threats at her, harassing her family members, and more.
Oh, definitely. So. Oh, they've definitely been racist towards
Of course,
Angel,
you're going to say
doubt.
then CC fans going to be like, well, AR fans were doing the same thing. Of course, they were. You know why? Because they defended her. Just like y'all sitting here, y'all defended CC, which nobody was attacking CC.
Instead of just letting them ladies play ball.
Nobody was attacking CC. What started was you few male monkeys was sitting here trying to call AR out her damn name because she did the in your face. Get the hell, you can't see me. Oh, she a thug. She all that. Every time a snowflake gets in their feeling, they always call a black person out their name. Always use that term thug. All that, this and the third. When CC was doing the same thing.
And next season going to be even better.
Yeah, it's going to be even better. WNBA
girls in there.
It's going to be even better. So again,
even better.
We got Juju coming to lead. We got motherfucker. What's your girl?
Fulali, Malaysia.
Yeah.
She'll be there.
We got some stars coming up. So
but
Caitlin,
definitely
she got it. You know what I'm saying?
Check the WNBA playoffs out. They're going to be on point.
Remember, all the pundits, she isn't the reason why the league is where they are. There's more than one good player out there. You feel what I'm saying? That's doing their thing. So that's it.
Cool. Okay, so now we're going to get into college football.
Okay.
It's been a busy day.
It has.
I saw Michigan get their ass whooped.
Well, that was expected.
Texas is the real deal. I'm gonna tell you the other story that's going to be big.
The U one.
Didn't Nebraska?
They busted Shador them, man.
Shador them in the head today.
They did.
That was a pretty bad
Last time I
sight.
saw it was 28-3.
That's going to be a tough one.
28-3.
They won. Again, I mean, it was one of the games on. They was in Nebraska. They was at Nebraska. So it was already they was underdogs in the game, and if they'd have won, it'd have been considered upset over Nebraska. So they lost. My state whoop pay, I believe last time I checked,
they got dog walk. They got Tennessee was dog walking state.
But like I said, Miami Hurricanes,
Look, I turned
boy down there doing it. Cam Ward shining, baby.
He looked good.
Watch out for the U in the playoffs. Mark my word, all you Seminole fans, we're gonna bust y'all ass. We're gonna be king of the South of Florida.
I turned to the Clemson Appalachian State game at halftime. I was like, this score got to be wrong. Hold on, let me get to my boys. Be easy. I'm going to be easy. Let me get to my boys. Anyway, I turned to the Clemson Appalachian State game at halftime. I'm like, this score got to be wrong. It's got to be a glitch. It was 58-3, 56-3, something like that. Like they were dog walking App State. Yeah. They were dog walking App State. Other upset today. Before I get to my Gamecocks, because that's coming. Notre Dame took a gut punch.
Yeah, they lost to Northern Illinois.
Shout out to the brother who coaches Northern Illinois.
Shout out to that man. A historical upset because Northern Illinois was a 28-point underdog.
God, not only that,
and it came in Irish.
You went into Notre Dame,
came up in
and
South
pulled
Bend.
Off the upset. That is unbelievable. Yeah. Now, we go ahead and talk about my Gamecocks winning 30-something to 3. Like Kentucky wasn't ready for us. And we did it without I'm sure by now everybody's heard about Nick Harbor, the best wide receiver, fastest wide receiver in college football. This boy ain't caught a pass yet for us. I don't know what he's doing. He might be hurt, sick. I don't know, but he ain't played yet. But anyway, we're 2-0. LSU is next.
Ooh, so you can say that's 2-1?
Nah, we might be 3-0. Might be look, LSU did LSU take that punch in the face from USC last week?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think we can give them one.
They showed out today.
I think they showed out. Yeah, but they beat on Nickel State.
Yeah,
like
right.
you can't really hold too much on that.
What you think now?
But
where y'all at? Y'all in South Carolina or Death Valley?
I gotta look. It might be Death Valley.
If y'all in Death Valley, bro, that's an L.
My homeboy was at the Clemson App State game. He said Clemson fans are the worst fans in the world, and I believe him.
I mean, there's a lot of arrogant fan base because you can say some people say Carolina fan base is they the worst.
Tar Heels basketball,
Tar Heels,
super arrogant,
super
arrogant. Duke is just as bad though. So
some would say them Eagle fans.
We're catching up to y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. We're catching up to y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, stop playing.
We're catching up to y'all.
I'm not even gonna do that.
We be real egotistical.
Them Philly fans, period. You can go any sport in Philly.
So we want to jump right on into the NFL.
Yeah,
we'll start with the Kansas City game because that was a great game.
That was a great game.
Yeah,
that was
I
a great
watched
game.
that.
I watched it too.
A toe.
Yeah.
A toe.
And that boy going to be good. Likely
He's
going to be a stud. He's a stud.
On top of that, it's just you can see how the Ravens can do this shit because they really didn't even feature
that was my problem. That was my problem. You ain't get the boy the ball enough.
He ain't get the ball that much
You gave the boy the ball 12 times. Like, what is this
Munson,
about?
the offensive coordinator, you're going to have to get that man that ball at least 20, 25 times.
Yeah, he deserves
He could have wore down them Chiefs. They still had a chance to win. I mean, Zay Flowers, he came across the middle.
Because it opens up more for Lamar.
Yeah. Zay Flowers, he came across the middle of the back of the end zone. He's supposed to squat down in that soft zone and got that touchdown. And he kept drifting. So that's when Lamar threw the ball and he missed him. Lamar missed. Outside of that, he missed some throws. He missed two throws. And that one, it was just by a toe.
But I believe if you run Henry a little bit more,
they win the game.
Lamar, it opens up more for Lamar.
I mean, Lamar, exactly, because again, a lot of the play calls that was happening, it seemed like the routes was taking too long to develop.
Let's go ahead and get to the Chiefs.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Let's talk about the Chiefs. How did that?
Who?
The Chiefs, the team who beat the Ravens.
they lucked out on that shit.
The Chiefs are the Chiefs.
I mean, they at home, so when things bounce that way, you gotta.
The Chiefs are the Chiefs.
You can't. It's like Mahomes is like that nigga.
And look for them to lose about 4 games this year.
But let me say this: Mahomes is like a nigga.
He is.
You can't get that motherfucker an inch. He gonna take a yard.
Not like he is.
He gonna take 10 yards on you. You give him an inch, he gonna take 10 yards on your ass. So you gotta treat Mahomes like a straight up nigga. When you got your foot on his neck, keep it on that neck.
Foot on neck season.
This is my question.
Yes.
Will Baltimore be able to beat Kansas City in the playoffs?
Yeah,
I believe so.
You think they showed enough that they could?
They should have beat him.
They should have beat him the other night.
Lively's foot.
Likely
it was
foot.
Just size small.
Right.
He came out of
If
nowhere.
If he had a size 12, he would have got that bitch in. If he had a size 12, he would have got that toe in.
That's crazy.
I see Baltimore being on the
Pacheco's
final
nice too.
Yeah, he always been nice.
That boy, he run like he mad. Pacheco run like he mad.
Let's get on them dirty birds.
First of all,
you shouldn't be happy about the win.
You shouldn't be happy about that win.
That
but y'all win.
was
Your win is a win.
ugly.
Y'all want to know.
Hold on.
Your boy threw 2 interceptions.
First of all,
and a fumble loss. So
the
he had
field
3
was
turnovers.
trash. Can we agree the field was trash? The field was awful.
Okay.
Second of
so
all,
with the team.
first game of the season.
Oh, okay.
He threw the first pick, fumbled the second ball, Cam Jurgens' fault. But after that, this offense going to be something. This offense going to be high powered.
Saquon saved y'all.
Why you think we gave him that money?
Hey, it's all
That's why y'all should have gave a running back some money. But it's cool though.
We got our own people.
You got Zeke. That's right. Zeke going to be running touchdowns for y'all this year.
I mean, we got Cook now. We got Delvin Cook too.
Oh, Zeke and Cook. Yeah, both of them are going to be running touchdowns.
Hey, don't try to stun on them. They still
and neither one of them are starting.
He only 29, bro.
Who's the starter?
It's Rico Dowd. So it's not neither one.
But yeah, the Eagles. I thought
y'all lucked up.
Our defense looked a little bit better.
Y'all lucked up.
The biggest takeaway from the game: Jordan Love out.
He's
3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, he got a sprained knee.
Yeah, that was the biggest takeaway from the game.
Yeah, but y'all lucked up.
Call it what you want.
Yeah, you right. That's how I wouldn't be bragging about that shit.
That's why tomorrow when y'all play, y'all
Watch
got
us.
the toughest game tomorrow.
Hey, that's no word. Just
Who
watch
y'all
us.
playing?
They got the Browns.
At the Browns.
Oh,
watch us.
And the reason I say it's the toughest is because I always talk about Dak. Dak got a lot of.
We talking about Deshaun Watson.
I was going to say he got the most pressure on his back.
Remember the last.
He's with Cleveland.
And see, the thing with y'all not understanding is right. The last time Dak had his back against the wall when he was playing for that contract, what'd he do? See, this is why I say Jerry need his sit his ass down because you're gonna force Dak. Now this was Dak gonna do this year. Book it.
Yeah.
And this is why he gonna get that $60 million. He gonna be the highest paid contract because all he has to do is get to the NFC Championship.
That's all.
That's it. That's it.
He been trying to get there for 8 years. He ain't got there yet. He gonna get there this year.
Get there this year.
Okay.
Because number one, we got different. Well, he's not different, but he's old. Mike Zimmer. So whereas last year we was getting gashed because motherfuckers were running the ball down our throat because Bell, he's actually a safety, a hybrid linebacker. We got him as a middle linebacker, number 14. That nigga only weighed like 215. He wet in the ass. So if you got a big ass offensive lineman that's 3+, all you gotta do is just stand in front of him.
So
that's it.
If Dak doesn't make it to the NFC Championship, you're saying he's not going to get his $60 million?
He's still gonna get it.
Okay, because I was here to say like it's not like there's a bunch of quarterbacks to go get.
The problem is though he's gonna be the highest paid.
Who's y'all back up? Trey Lance.
No,
sure don't want him.
No. Trey is not. He's not second. He's third. We got Cooper Rush is our second string quarterback. Well, he did good when Dak was hurt.
He did. I remember. I think he beat us. I think he beat us. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we whooped y'all ass with him. Right.
Been to a Super Bowl recently. Okay.
I know tomorrow my squad, the Commanders, got Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay. No, we're winning.
That's good. I'm going to watch because I want to see Jaden. Jaden going to be
nice.
must see TV.
Listen, I drafted him on my fantasy
Him
because
and Caleb going to be
he's going to be like
TV.
another Lamar Jackson.
Him and Caleb must see TV. Does Russell Wilson finish the season starting for the Steelers?
We don't know. They play tomorrow. Steelers
that's what I'm saying. Take a guess. Does he finish the season starting for the Steelers?
I'm not in the class.
I'm gonna tell you why. No, because you have a young quarterback
on his heels.
He's a number 1 draft pick, and with the offensive coordinator they got there. The offense fits his skill set
better than Russ's.
Exactly. So if Russ do any type of struggling, you're gonna see him.
How many games he get? 3?
I say 4.
4.
And then he better go at least
2-2.
That's the worst.
3-1.
3-1 to 2-2. If that nigga go 1-3, they gonna be calling for Justin
off the bench.
Right. So. This is still country. They don't play that shit.
Who the Panthers got tomorrow?
Panthers got the Saints, and they're playing in New Orleans.
Saints win.
Yeah, I see the Saints win.
I see the Saints win. What other good games they got tomorrow?
Tomorrow, it looks like Jacksonville and Miami will square off. That might be good.
I like Miami.
Trevor off that new contract. I kind of like Miami too, though.
Tyreek Hill. He got a new contract.
Tyreek and them down there, though.
Hold on, we're going to get on that. Don't do that. We're going to get on that. Him and Griffin.
Yeah. Okay, another game. I'm going through the 1 o'clock games. It looks like Texans at the Colts.
I like
in
Texans.
Indianapolis.
I like Texans.
I don't know. That's going to be a good game because
I like Texans because Richardson, this is his first year. He got his shoulder injury
That's why I'm saying he back. So
but Stroud.
He was amazing last year when he played. Stroud is amazing too.
And they added motherfucking what's the name for Buffalo?
Stephon.
Yeah. They already had a nice receiving
and that defense is serious.
Yeah, exactly. And right. So I like Houston.
Okay. Looks like the Patriots are in Cincinnati at the
Bengals.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. But the problem is though, Chase is not playing. He ain't got no contract.
Oh.
He has no contract.
The Patriots are trash though.
Yeah. I mean, they're just grooming Drake May until he come in probably midway through the year.
Oh, the Patriots try.
State Wolfpack, baby.
And then we have the Titans at the Bears in Chicago. I give it to the Titans.
Yeah, I like Titans too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay.
Caleb Williams first game. My boy that used to play with the Panthers, the wideout. Yeah, DJ. I'm gonna go with the Bears on this.
Okay, well you can go for that. Cardinals at the Bills in Buffalo.
Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
Marvin Harrison Jr. gonna be playing though, so we're gonna see that.
But I think he probably have like
Josh Allen gonna have something to prove, and they said he the most overrated player. He gonna be out to prove something.
Right.
Okay, and you said you're picking Pittsburgh against Atlanta.
I like Atlanta.
I'm rooting for the black.
Only reason why I
Coach.
say Atlanta because
I'm gonna go
now
to black and gold.
Atlanta got a real quarterback that can use their offensive weapons that they got.
Kirk
B.J. Robinson.
I'm gonna still go with the Steelers.
Okay. All right. 4:00 games. We have Raiders at the Chargers in LA.
Chargers.
Yeah.
And that's Harbaugh first game too. Chargers. Chargers probably 10 or more.
Okay. Then we have Denver at Seattle. So Broncos at Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle. Okay. And next we have the pussy ass Cowboys.
Oh, them bitch ass.
I'm taking the Browns.
Cowboys.
I'm taking the Browns.
Okay, then we got the 8:00 game is the Rams versus the Lions in Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, I'm kind of pulling for Detroit.
I'm about to take Detroit.
Detroit.
Even though Cooper Kupp going to be there.
Detroit.
Oh wait, I forgot this team at 1:00. We're gonna have the Vikings at the Giants in New York.
Vikings. Man, stop playing.
Vikings.
Okay, and the last one Monday night is gonna be the Jets at
San
the 49ers.
Fran. I like the Jets.
I like the Niners.
I like the Jets.
I tell you what.
Yeah,
he better
Aaron
live
Rodgers
up to.
gonna
He
show
better
out.
live up to all these
He gonna
hype,
show out.
boy.
Yeah, he doing way too much.
This is the reason why I say the Jets gonna win because they got a great defense, just like motherfucking San Fran. Now they have a great running back, just like McCaffrey. They got a receiving core, just like the 49ers. Now we coming down quarterback to quarterback. One's a champion. One hasn't won one.
Like they do the Stephen A. list. I'm gonna do my top 3 quarterbacks under the most duress in week 1. My first quarterback, Deshaun Watson, signed that big contract, ain't really came through on it. Number 2 quarterback, Russell. Russell got my boy nipping on the back of his heels. He ain't got really time to play around.
no.
My 3rd quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He's got a lot of hype on him.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of hype on him. And if the Jets don't make it to the playoffs, it's going to be ugly.
You're right.
So those are my 3 quarterbacks
I
under
agree
the
with
most
that.
duress
I
this
agree with
season.
that. I agree with that.
Cool.
I know.
Okay, well that covers everything. All right, quick question: have anybody played 2K25 yet?
Nope.
Okay, good, because I'm about to end this podcast so I can go home and fucking. That shit is next level. I'm on the PC.
Is it all you
on the
thought it
PC,
was going to
that's
be?
I saw God playing that shit, nigga. It's on the PC.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I got it.
Is it everything you thought it was going to be?
Yes.
Is it better than what you thought it was going to be?
Yes, nigga. I downloaded that shit before midnight. They just
Okay.
I downloaded it. Man, I've been playing it. The best fucking 2K currently since 2014, in my opinion.
Wow. Damn.
But keep in mind,
What changes?
yeah. Oh no. I mean, on the PC, this is the first current gen release.
Okay.
What changes were up there? for the
Everything.
PC?
Okay, I don't know if you played like last year's version, under the previous gen. I mean, I'm on the next gen, the same version the PS5 gets.
Mm-hmm.
The one last year was shit because that was the old version.
I ain't get that one.
The one that's on the PS4.
Oh, yes, I did. I ain't like that one.
That shit, I know it's boring.
I ain't like it. It's
But
hard.
now-
It's
yeah.
extra extreme hard, and it takes the fun out of playing it. That's why I ain't.
Well, it wasn't extremely hard. It was just it's limited. But now, nigga, you
When
got
I
the
be
whole
playing
city.
2K to shoot and be like, it's hard to shoot up there and stuff.
Try
It
to
takes the
shoot it
fun
on the
away
new
from the
one. The
game.
new
I'm
shit, they
gonna
revamped
get the
it.
NBA. I'm gonna get 2K just for that.
But now the only issue is on the PC, it takes forever to fucking load. To load the city,
All that.
nigga, it takes 5 minutes. And my shit, I edit 4K video on my computer, so it's a video editor slash gaming machine. And it takes forever for the shit to load. And I'm only assuming it's just because it's a new release and they're going to patch it up and get everything right. Because halftime don't work on my machine. Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie just be running their mouth, but the words
No
don't
word.
match. It be looking like the podcast sometimes. But, get the game.
And we on countdown. I don't know if we started countdown. We got Thanksgiving Halloween countdown coming.
Shit.
Thanksgiving countdown.
Man,
And Christmas countdown.
I ain't ready for 2024.
Look,
B.
I got it. We got to start the countdown. Got to start
I'm
again.
ready
So
for
next week,
2025.
when the whole
I'm
gang
ready.
is back in the building, we're going to start the Halloween countdown.
All right.
Thanksgiving and Christmas countdown.
All right, y'all. Well, that's our show for the evening. We did a good 2 hours, 30 minutes.
Our
Thank
usual
y'all for
time.
tuning in, and we will be